brave don't go past thorn and ash and snow. Maps are burned, but we don't slow. We fight for tales untold, bound forevermore. Boots hit the ground like war, shields clash, we beg for more. Hearts like thunder, breath like flame, call our names, ignite the lore. We're bound forevermore. We're bound forever. No crown, no guide, no peace, just storm winds off the east. Dragons sleep beneath our feet. We sing through shattered teeth. Bound forevermore. Scars are the map we wore. March till we find the core. Eyes like fire, fists like stone. No way back, no second door. We're bound forevermore. Bound forevermore. One step, all in. One spark, begin. No gods, just kin. This war we win. Final carved into the floor. Voice to echo, blade to ring. We're the myth they waited for. We're bound forevermore. We're bound forevermore. They were locked up for a reason, but the world ran out of heroes. So now, you roll with what you got, kicking down doors with a holy grin, silver tongues and a dozen sins. Wrong side of justice, right side of fate. No time to ask, we're already late. We ain't your chosen, we ain't your knight, but we shine damn bright when the world ignites. Hey, we roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey. Knight lost his banner but swings just fine. Rogue's got charm and a five-step crime. Druids growling and warlocks curse. Clerics smiling, which is the worst. Call us mad, call us last, but we hit back hard and we hit back fast. We roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey, hey. When the odds look bad, we raise the stakes. When the gods say no, we're the brakes. When the plan goes south, we smile wide. 'Cause no one rides like the ones denied. We roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey. Dungeon born, maybe one or two, but fate don't ask where it found you. Roll for trouble.
Man, that's such a good screen that you made, buddy. Like it looks winter.
I love
Looks
it.
Yeah, I love it. Welcome everybody. Thanks for showing up and hanging out with us for We Put the F in Fandolin. Today's gonna be a great show where previous sessions were at the beginning of one of these campaigns and there's a billion NPCs and I'm all tied up in my own threads trying to drop breadcrumbs. In this one, it is achieved linear. You know what I mean? It is achieved its Death Star trench right now. So we should be able to have a good time. playing Dungeons and Dragons in a nice trench that leads us from one thing to the next. Let us know if the music or anything like that is, because I just speak loud. If anything gets weird out there, let me know. Oh, that's true. We were vibing with it in the last session, and it wasn't even broadcasting. You're like, the best music ever. We'll go around real quick. Just say, who you are and the character, and then plugs in at the end of the session, so we can get into this fun session. So we'll start with Skylar. Oh, you can't hear who? Annie can't hear Skylar. One more time.
Skylar, playing Sir Cervantes, the Twice Blessed, level 4 fighter, Cavalier fighter / paladin,
/
maybe.
Coco.
I'm playing Feilani. She is is she level 3 or level 4?
Should be level 4.
We are level 3, my friend.
Oh,
everybody.
I'm sorry,
should be
level 3. I
Level
apologize.
3.
Our little blocks are messed up too. They're still level 2, but that's all
I
right.
can fix that.
You can just add a 1
Yeah,
to
but-
mine. I'm 12.
But yes, I'm a level 3 druid. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna die again today for the 3rd time. Oh.
Ignatius.
I'm Ignatius. Halfling murderer. And I'm a nomist, apparently.
That is true. And then
We'll see what that all means.
And then Brent.
I am Brody, and I am a Drow warlock.
Which is pretty tight. I'm
Yeah.
wearing a drow
Yeah,
today.
it just occurred to me, like, you're a drow named Brody.
Yeah, I've got a neat backstory
Well,
that you
name's
don't
like
know.
Brodenhagen.
Yeah, my name really is very Nordic. Actually, it's Brodergander.
Okay. I'll take that then.
Yeah, so he just goes by Brody.
You guys are having this discussion like outside, you know what I mean? The loggers camp cabin. Like, Brody's a weird name for a drow.
A drow.
Yeah, for a drow. I'm sorry. It is Wednesday,
Like,
everybody.
did you have human parents?
Definitely didn't.
Were you raised by
adopted.
humans?
I once knew a gnome named Brody. Brody McNuckles.
Well, I don't.
Let's see.
Don't
We
I
got
don't know
988
him.
up.
I mean, all Brodies don't know each other.
Oh, you think that?
I mean, he may know of me. I'm pretty widely recognized, I think.
It's very arrogant to assume all Brodies don't know you.
This
What's
is true.
happening? This just jumped off early. We got 988 up. If anybody wants to donate to that, it'd be fantastic. We've got our charity that's we broke 1100 last week, which is super awesome. I think Annie just topped us off on that one. If I do the math backwards, you did.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. Annie got us to 1100. Thank you so much. We'll give some boons and things like that for the characters to get them over the edge for that one. 988 is a mental health awareness, suicide awareness. It's free, and like I've mentioned, if you don't if you don't have the squanch to pay for it, take some time out of your day to reach out to someone and see how they're doing. You'll save a life. The bottom line is, if you call this group, they'll get you to some specialized counseling. That'll give you some toolkits to help yourself out. Other than that, I think we should just kick it off. I think we should just get going. You guys ever played some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yay!
No,
So-
never done
What
it.
is that?
What had
I'm allergic.
happened was 2 weeks ago, you guys have left Phandalin. You guys ripped off some papers off the message board in Phandalin, and you guys decided to go clear out the loggers camp, which wasn't done in our previous campaign. So you guys took like the oldest piece of parchment and you went north. You guys were also on your way to discover where this guy Umberto is. So Umberto is like an archaeologist. He's a gnome, so that's a big problem. Ignatius, he's a gnome, a wicked smart gnome, and he left to the north with a map. And you don't know why he went through like to the loggers camp, but someone said that like the map said go to the river, follow the river to the shrine of Savras. That's kind of one of the things you know.
Did you say
you
he's
guys are
wicked smart?
Wicked smart.
Wicked
Uh,
smart.
Wicked smart. You guys arrived to the loggers camp. Your druid Phailani did a fantastic regional role, and you guys realized that there was something up with this area. It's been a little bit overlogged, I would say, deforested. Much to Phailani's chagrin. Onkegs burst out of the ground. You guys fought the onkegs that looked like, camel spiders, like gigantic camel spiders that just burst out of the ground. Those things are terrifying. If you ever get to see one, they're not chill. So you guys fought them. You guys fought your way into like the loggers camp little headquarters. Fought another onkeg, and underneath a table, you guys found Tiber Wester there, and he was hiding for his life. Additionally, Brody, fighting from his position, he goes and searches this burnt out cabin, and he finds a totem buried in the ground that basically, after Phailani looks at it, it's like, yeah, this type of dark magic would summon evil creatures here and like follow the ground, and that's where the onkegs keep coming. And I described to you that it kind of looked like a twig that looked kind of like a hand, like, so, you know what I mean, like this.
So not like this.
It was like this.
This.
Yep, it was like
Not
this.
like this.
It had a pig's eye in the center of it, like clutched like a dead thing's eye. And I'll just hand wave this Phelan, and you take a look at this. You're like, yeah, if you bury that type of shit in the ground, that's like black druid magic. Like that, it'll attract awful creatures like onkegs out of it. At the very end of the last session, onkeg like doesn't like hurt Chad / Vamp Wickman / Silith, just pokes him in the eye, and he's outside right now being like, ah, God, I got poked in the eye, and he's kind of walking around with his poked eye, and that's just tough. He got poked in the eye, so he's dealing with that. Someone stepped on his toe. All he got is, and he's just dealing with it outside. Sir Cervantes, or just Cervantes, in your mind, you're a sir. So Cervantes. There's a flipped over table in a back office of this, thatch, like 2-roomed office, like loggers cabin / office, right? You kill this onkeg, it falls into the hole that it burst out of the ground. Be praised or tear or anybody, and he's got all trinkets of religion around his neck, and he just waves at you. So there's a survivor inside this cabin. What would you like to do? The rest of you guys can hear this. You're within earshot. You're except for Ignatius, who's doing stuff to a
Business. It's called business.
He's playing finders keeper with a wagon. And Ding Dong Johnson's kind of out there too, like, see you claiming that wagon there. But Sir Cervantes, let's play some D&D. You see a guy. He's wearing like flannels. He's very lumberjacky, but he's kind of looks like the proprietor of this here lumberjack. He's got a red beard. He's got like dust in it and chipped like wood, like sawdust all over him. And he's kind of hiding underneath a table. He's got like a bit of a sock hat on, and it's July, so maybe he likes indie music. But
So
he's under.
I was gonna say, so even though Cervantes has just been through battle with giant ants, he still looks pristine, like he's taken no damage, and he just walks up to him. Good day, fine sir. What perchance has happened in this fine loggers camp?
Good day to you. I was at the limits. I was hiding behind this thing, and these onkegs keep walking around. I haven't eaten in like 2 days. Oh, thank the gods you're here.
Absolutely. I reach into my
Damn
trusty.
it, I gave you an opening for turnips. God dang it.
And I hand him a fresh turnip.
He's like, thank you. He can eat the fart sack out of a donkey's ass right now. He's so
Don't
hungry.
get raw. That'll give you worms.
Ugh.
This'll be good for you. Whatever. How long have you been here now?
Well, the camp has been here for months, but I've been under this table hiding as best as for a couple days. It's at least 2 nights.
You've been hiding under this table for 2 nights.
You can't smell? And he's just like, I'm a mess. Please don't tell anybody.
I have 0 perception, so no,
Yeah.
I didn't notice it.
He's like, look, 2 really ugly half-orc cultists came through. They told us they just wanted secrets or something crazy. They were on the trail to this little gnome and this elf that were in that passed through. They were asking about them, and they want us to reveal their. I have no idea. They asked why we were here and where this shrine is or something. I don't have a clue. We told them to bugger off, and then they walked into the old burnt cabin over there, and they left. They used to be these anchorites. They used to be followers of Talos, but they've completely changed all of their tattoos and stuff like that. They just, I think, because of Talos falling, I don't know, or the Talos cult that was through this area. I think they're following someone else now. It was weird. It's like they had 2 shadows. Is the only thing I remember.
Two shadows.
Well, they put the
Interesting.
tattoos over their tattoos, Jeremy. They had a tattoo, and they tattooed over them.
I'm just being a troll. You can totally ignore everything I say.
The tattoos had nothing to do with the shadows.
You're asking? No, I don't understand. They came in. They were like emaciated, long. Like there was a woman and a man. They had like these big boned, clawed on their hands and dark blue robes. The robes looked fresh, but when they stood, they had like 2 shadows. They had 1 shadow and then like another shadow on doing its own thing. I don't understand.
Oh, shadows are not good.
I'm not sure.
I look back at Brody
They're not?
like shadows aren't good. That's
No, I
not
wouldn't
good.
think so. I wouldn't think so. Well, should we try to find out what's going on then?
Well, where did these cultists go from here? And how
They
long ago?
went, and he goes and he points down to east. Like you can see, remember the river was right there, and he points. He's like, "There's a dock." You see, you know what I mean? A rowboat sitting there, and he's like, they took one of the canoes, and they, Umberto, and his friend took a canoe, to the west, and we didn't want to mess with these anchorites, so we told them they followed the river down. We wouldn't give them a boat. We were probably rude, and maybe that's why they sick these onkegs on.
How long ago did they depart down the river?
Like 2 days. 2 days. They left.
Okay, so
and
it
the
was 2
onkegs
days ago.
left. Yeah.
Well, Cervantes, did we have any reason to believe that there was something foul or sinister about them? I mean, from what they told us back in Fenelon?
Well, I mean, about the cultists.
Well, no, like Umberto.
No, not Umberto. Umberto. We just know Umberto was looking for the shrine of Service,
Right. Okay.
something like that.
Shrine of Service.
So,
Just kidding. Savras.
so no, we don't. I don't. There's no reason to believe that Umberto is
Okay.
doing anything shady.
All right.
These guys just might be, if they are cultists of a new, if they're not cultists of Talos, maybe they're cultists of Savras now, and they're trying to stop Umberto from.
I couldn't tell you. And he's just gnawing on this thing, and he's just like, we're just your average loggers out here. He killed my whole team. These Ankegs. I heard him screaming in the night. And I tried my best to be brave, but this table seemed to be a
Braver than
fantastic
you.
sanctuary.
Apparently braver than you. So, there you go.
Are you planning on staying here and keeping the camp going, or are you heading back to Fenelon?
Oh no. Head back to Fandolin.
I was gonna say I was gonna recommend heading back to Fandolin. Brody, I think we should gather our forces and head down the river.
I agree.
Uh,
Is there just one? Is there just one boat here, or is it big
Yeah.
enough for all of us?
Yeah. Just you'd be surprised that it looks like that on on the screen. There's one boat, you know what I mean? Like one boat available. If you're and I would say he walks out and he speaks to Don John Raskin, who wheels his cart back around with supplies, and he walks up to Ignatius's cart and he's like, I'll take this one. I'll take this one back. Is this your cart?
It actually belongs to some friends of mine back in town. If you could return it to them, I'm sure they would be appreciative.
He looks off to the side and he's like, I'd be obliged. I'd love to help you. Thank you so much for saving my life. And he climbs up on this thing and he's still gnawing on the turnip, getting ready to. Yes.
I'll be like, where'd you get that turnip?
The Great Knight, the Paladin, or something that was in there saved my life.
Ignatius, do you are there any supplies on that cart that we could possibly make use of? Anything that, I think we liberated it, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind if we used some of it, right?
This cart doesn't belong to us. It belongs to some people in town that asked me to keep an eye out for it. I would hate for any of it to go missing before it returned to the.
All I'm saying is that I'm sure they would appreciate us, liberating it from whatever was happening out here, and they probably wouldn't mind if we at least saw if there was anything useful.
Oh, I don't know.
Entertainment.
They're pretty particular about their belongings, I think.
Okay, if you insist, I just thought maybe there might be something we might need.
I mean, what do you need? We have plenty of turnips.
This is true.
You could skim off some rations off, but don't forget that Don John Raskins had the resupply. Remember? So there's a whole nother.
Yeah, take some of Don John's. Some of Ding Dong Badingles.
That you guys could.
Okay,
Can I help you?
I think we're probably good on
he's sitting
rations.
there and he's got his out and he sets it on and he starts turning Daisy and Daryl around.
I'm gonna call over Tabby, just like, hey Tabby, feed her a turnip and say I'm gonna tell her to take care of what was his name, Timber,
Ding Dong.
Tybor Wester.
Tybor Wester.
Harbin Wester.
or Harbin, whatever,
He's
whatever his
the
name is.
mayor of Fandolin. If I were running with all these goods, man, he's got a good shot at becoming the new mayor of Fandolin.
Under my breath, I'm gonna be like, they all look the same, don't they?
All right. Well, I guess let's just get on our way.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand over Tabby and tell Tabby take care of this guy. Make sure he gets back to Fandolin.
Yeah,
I'll hand over my-
yeah,
And
he ties
hopefully
off
she
Tabby.
does
Yep.
that.
They tie off Tabby, the rest of the horses, Brody's horse as well, to the other wagon. The boat is sitting there. Don John Raskins grabs like some rations, and just kind of like sits them in there for you guys, so you have enough for a couple-day journey. The river would take, but he's like, this river. He's like, I don't know where this river really goes to. I mean, it goes. He's never been down it very far. They push the logs. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm sorry. Tiber Western knows that they push the logs to a Coneyberry. That's down the way. But
Cody
Feilani.
Bear?
Yep. There's another town near Tribor. You know what I mean? It hits the Tribor Trail. That's to the west, and then they run it into the mills there, and then they move it, they ship it to Neverwinter. But Feilani, you're there. Cedar, thanks for the raid, buddy. Haven't seen you in forever. Feilani, so you're there. You see the forest. I think the last time you saw that the forests were, did you cast a blessing or something to try to regrow the forest? Like there was an issue with.
So, yeah, Feilani, while all of that's been going around, she's been like replenishing the forest. So she would use her Druidcraft Bloom and find, I guess, the trees, like any seeds or anything that she could make bloom, and then she would bury them in the ground just to kind of replenish the trees that were destroyed.
Yep, you do that, and what I would say, because you have done that, you get the sense that the region, the forest, appreciative what you've done, and you'll get advantage on your next like survival nature check in the area. Yeah. Oh, thanks for doing the shout out. I forget. It's Wednesday, and it takes me a while to like become D&D. Like I'm just like, man, words, and we'll get to it.
Is it safe to be going down a river that we don't know really where it goes?
So you know that the river goes to the west, or to the east, excuse me, and you know that Umberto.
Does this go in the general direction back to?
It
Vandover?
doesn't. It would be if you trying. Well, I mean, ask Feilani. Ask anybody. Like you can do a nature check. You can sit there and.
Oh, I can't do a nature check.
You can do a
Nature
history.
check.
History/nature to see what you know about this river.
I'm just gonna look at Feilani.
Oh.
She knows everything.
That is a 23.
So anything above 20 to 25, for the rest of like the session, you don't really need to, like, you can navigate this forest. Like you don't ever have to ask again. Like, so you go out there, you go on the dock, you check the water, you look at like the fish that are running back and forth, the size of the fish, like the trout and things like that, that you're just like, I'll bet you this river kind of probably flows for at least a day, and I'm positive that this river, because you kind of know the area a little bit, flows towards out towards Tribal. Like it goes for a while, it becomes a creek, like like 2 or 3 days down the road. But you know that it clears the Neverwinter Forest probably in the next day and a half.
Do any of you know how to steer this thing?
I have a big lance.
I mean, it's got like oars.
That was my
in it.
question.
It's not hard to row. I mean, you use your oars, and you want to go. If you want to steer to the right, you kind of stop paddling on the right and keep paddling on the left. And if you want to steer to the left, you stop paddling on the left and you keep paddling on the right. And if you really want to spin, you like stick the oar in the water on one side and kind of use it to
I'm gonna put my hand on Brody's shoulder and to stop him, and then I'm gonna say to Ignatius in Halfling, listen, you ignoramus, stop playing so dumb. I'm pretty sure you know how to use a frickin' canoe. Get in the boat and paddle like I know you can canoe. That makes complete sense. And all of that is in Halfling.
I look at him and be like, hey, if you're this murder of many people, you have to have some common sense on how to row a boat.
What? Suddenly the shit taker in all of this. Take your turnips and stick them up your backside, and I hope you all drown.
Was that any?
Nobody's getting free rides here. We're all working together as a team.
Yeah. Tiber.
I think it was a totally acceptable question to go, does anyone know how to steer a fucking boat?
I was just explaining it. Why is everybody all mad all of a sudden?
Turnip boss here just went off on me, in Halfling no less.
Oh, I didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah, we don't speak Halfling.
That was the point. I don't know why I took Halfling, but I'm glad I did. That's great.
Can I just say,
It's basically common, just with short form.
well, our latest follower's name is my name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
You're watching. My name is Jeff. I love it. Tiber's like, you look like you're in pretty rough shape. Do you want to bed down here for the night, or do you guys want to take a rest? I'd be happy to make you some flapjacks in the morning. You know, like in good old logger camp style.
I was only thinking
is
of
it-
myself.
Is
I'm good.
this the guy with the sock hat?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do that, right?
and he'll make you
Okay.
some flapjacks.
Flapjacks.
Yeah, they're like
I
pancakes.
don't even know Jack, but I will flap the hell out of him.
You, of course, you
Okay.
get Ignatius.
You guys want to take a rest?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Oh,
I'm
you
worried
don't
about
need
the
to
night.
do
He
it.
seems cranky.
I would before we do. I'm gonna walk around,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pull a little jar out of my backpack, and I'm gonna kind of walk around the perimeter, and if I see any like bugs or beetles, I'll pick them up and put them in my jar.
Okay. Roll a survival check on that one. We'll say
A bug check.
you can DM me
Survival.
why. This is the fun thing
Well-
as a DM when someone be like, "What's on the guy's head?" You know what I mean? You're like, "Well, why are you? Let me make this work for you in the long run."
Okay.
But there's a reason why. Just let me know.
12.
Yeah, there's bugs everywhere. Like you know, you hear the summer cicadas, the Faerunian cicadas buzzing, and there are Faerun June bugs everywhere, and
Oh, I hate you.
yeah, aren't they creepy when they get on your skin? They're so sticky. Yeah,
Don't even. I'm still
They're big
traumatized by your
moths.
camel spider. I googled that dude. Never again.
I've got a. Dude, I was sleeping in a country far away.
Don't
from
say
here
it. Don't say it.
Yeah, and I no, I was watching. I had a little fold-up DVD player back in the day, right? You put one disc in it, and it was like this big, and I was watching Underworld. I remember, and I was sitting in a sea lane container, and I was laying there, and all of a sudden I heard tick 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 next to my head, and I looked over, and there is like this. It's like this big, and it was like right next to my face.
What?
I go to grab it, and it scampers into my air
You tried to grab it?
Yeah.
You're the bravest guy I know.
It went into my air conditioner unit, and I had to sleep next to this thing. and I just couldn't sleep. I was just waiting for this thing to just land. Anyways, that's a great story, everybody. Sorry about camel spider horrors.
Nightmares.
They're pretty terrible.
Nightmares.
Anywho, you guys want to? So you found the bugs. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm going to sit down next to Ignatius for the night and tell him all of the particulars of how to row a boat.
Okay.
I just want you to know there's more to rowing. There's more to just rowing. There's rocks and things like that in the river, and you have to watch out for.
Well, yeah, duh.
Duh. You make it sound like it's just like walking, and we're just gonna like step around them.
No.
Look, well, if it comes to it, we'll figure it out. But stop worrying about what you don't know. I know.
If
'cause
we
I rolled
come,
a 23 on my,
if we come
nature
near,
check.
if we come near a rock, you can get out and push us around the rock. How about that?
Doesn't work that way. See, you already don't know how to do this. We're all gonna die in the river.
I just think someone either can't swim or is afraid of water. I think that's what I'm
Ignatius is
hearing.
staying on
Bingo.
character, I like.
Bingo.
Anybody
So
else
which
want to
one
do
is
anything?
it? You're afraid of water or you can't swim?
Feilani, it could have been childhood trauma, and you're bringing it all up, and I don't appreciate it.
Oh, boo-hoo. I've died twice.
Seriously?
What's your excuse? I've died twice. What's your excuse?
I don't have an argument for that. Fair enough.
Hey, now that's my
Yep.
weapon. And now I can win any
got me there.
argument.
Until I die more than you.
You have died twice. That makes sense. And he kind of like stares at you. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, Flapjack McGee?
Yeah, the name's Tiber, brother of Harbinwester, running for mayor in Fandolin. Matter of fact, he winks at you and he's like, if you get those supplies back to Minex, the owner is a huge supporter of him becoming the mayor. This should go well.
I don't think that's who they're going to, is it? Okay.
I hear that Cara Dune's a good candidate.
Oh, too serious. We need to run business. And he's like, sometimes, you got to cut some corners. Cara Dune doesn't like that. Upholds the law for Manu. Coming in there with their big forts. Anyways, I'm really grateful for you guys to be here.
Well, cutting corners can endanger a lot of people. I hope you know that.
And he just kind of looks at you and he's just like, well, business is business. I came up with nothing. My brother came up with nothing. And we're survivors.
Barely. I don't think you're barely surviving.
That is true. We are very grateful to you all.
What is wrong with you, Cervantes?
Just telling it how it
You're
is.
normally a bastion of positivity, and you have been nothing but a grouch. Like, what happened? Did one of the bugs bite you? Have you
Maybe I
got a
just need.
boo-boo?
Listen, maybe I just need a nap.
A rest sounds
Yeah, I
fabulous
think
right now.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's a hot night. You guys do get rest, but there are bunks in the cabin. He drags some in. There's a steel furnace there, and it's a good long rest when you guys wake up. You guys wake up in the early morning to Vamp's on his way. So you guys got your long rest. You wake up to the smell of like eggs and flapjacks being made, and he's got this big old breakfast, and he's like eating bacon like as he's making it because he's been so famished, and Tiber's trying to put the weight back on as much as possible. You hear him talking to Don John Raskin saying like he can help him rebuild the loggers. Don John Raskins does say, like, you hear him, Feilani, saying things like, you probably cut too much wood here. We do need to like regrow stuff. So Don John is kind of more of a goodly business runner, where Tiber is he doesn't care.
Yeah, I look at Long Dawn and I say I have replenished the forest. It will take a little while for the new trees to grow, but they will grow.
Tell you what, Tiber speaks up. Lord never Ember. He's gonna give me more men to come back out here, and things. He needs these trees.
You said
He
Lord
probably
Never.
should send some guards.
Lord Never Ember.
Right? I said that name right. Daggalt,
Yeah.
never ever. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do we know that?
Wasn't he sick?
Yeah, wasn't he
Oh.
kind of out of the picture?
No, he was the current ruler.
Well, this is kind of
Lord,
this is kind of away from this. Like, do we know that he's no longer really part
Yeah.
of? Do we
It's all
don't?
happening. It's current set. That's happening current. Yeah, he's like, as far as I know, I've got this. I got this contract right here. You know, we got to get these logs back up north. I realize Tiber's voice is changing like every time he talks.
It's totally okay. So is Cervantes. I might turn into Poppy. You never know.
Can I steal his sock hat?
Go for it.
Off
Yeah.
of his head.
Like-
No, you know, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's on, but it's kind of, off. Yeah, go for it.
Is
Do stuff. Do a sleight of
I
hand.
feel like a sock hat is as close to a Canadian toque as we're going to get in this game. So I want
A
it.
toque?
Yeah,
That's
you know
what
what
it is. Yeah, that's what it is then.
I got a 19 on my sleight of hand.
Yep. So he's working. He keeps shifting it. Sometimes it hangs in the back of his head. He never really touches it, So you're able to just like, and then 15 minutes later, he's like, and he's looking around. And he's like, John Raskin's like, gotta get out of here. Like we don't have much daylight. Like we need to go as soon as possible. And he
We
kind
got
of,
to go down the river.
you start hearing loons in the background, and everything sounds like morning. You hear like, and like you're like, oh man, it sounds beautiful out there. I brought that one full circle for you, Jerry.
I see that. I saw that. I can appreciate that.
Are there any toonies?
We had this discussion all
Oh my
this week.
goodness.
Sorry, I had to.
So you guys want to get on the boat and move along? You guys grab your gear. You guys get settled in. It's a nice solid boat, as you guys can see on the map that's been sitting there. I wasn't railroading these. Sometimes the DM, you got to be like, you guys might be riding a boat today.
Ignatius
you
places
get on-
himself in the middle of the boat.
Okay, yes. Does anybody want to do anything particular with the boat, or who wants to row? I'm not going to go, hey, Rob. I'm not going to go too deep into like, it's a rowboat. So
I am going to hand Ignatius the biggest oar that we have.
okay.
I'll sit in the very back.
Okay, you want to be
I'll
rudder
sit up
guy?
front
Who's the
and
rudder?
navigate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit up front and navigate.
Okay. And Ignatius and Cervantes are rowing, basically.
I
Yep.
think so.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. All right.
That doesn't. I'm so small and weak. We'll go in a circle. We'll go down this river backwards.
It's about almost like a 15-foot like bateau, if you're familiar. It's a pretty decent sized boat that you could use to move some goods on. As a matter of fact, you could use it as shelter. You could flip it over, like the Coureur de Bois. You ever look those guys up? They would live in these things. Anyway, so
We can portage.
yeah, they can portage exactly.
Portage.
Ignatius, if you don't think you can handle it, or I'll do it. You can use the rudder.
Don't kowtow to him.
Well, he makes a fair point. He's gonna have to row.
I can compensate. He can't compensate. I can compensate.
Oh, you're
I-
compensating.
Well, the only issue is he's gonna have to stroke twice for every one of yours.
That sounds like
Wow.
a personal problem.
I'm surrounded by childish
Leilani,
men.
yes, they're bickering back and forth, and in the forms of Cog's ladder and storming, norming, forming, the boys are coming together, right? They're just arguing. You see the boat kind of doing this thing, but for your nature check, the river's flowing. The boat goes to the one side, then it compensates to the other. It, you know, it's going to move down the river. But is there anything that you said you wanted to navigate? Is there anything you want?
Yeah, just to try to see if, any obstructions in the river that we could,
Yep.
go around, or also like trying to navigate the land, seeing if there's any like landmarks or anything that I can see on the way.
Continue to roll with advantage while you're in this forest.
And which one am I doing? Nature?
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm steering, I am white knuckled.
That's not a good one this time. It's an 8.
Said 8.
It's
Yeah,
a
an
good
8.
thing this river only flows one
Well,
direction.
the guys are back there just bickering, and like your lack of charisma just starts like really as you just turn around and you just mean mug them. You know what I mean? As they're like you're trying to do your job and you can't like even hear a bird call right now. And the dudes are kind of loud. And what I'll say from your 8 is it's louder than the river. Like they're moving, you know what I mean? Like it's traveling. Let's see, Brent / Brody. Give me a let's see. Let's just do just a flat dexterity on the rudder.
Just straight dex.
Yeah, give me a dex.
21.
21? Yep. So as they're messing with, you're just back there, you're working the rudder, and the boat, like, it stays in the center. You can see where every once in a while, where they have pushed logs down this river, or some places they're piled up, and you're able to easily navigate it. The river widens pretty big, like 40 feet. So you're not going to have like too many issues, and it seems pretty deep. You guys move down the river pretty easily, and you make it roughly like 3-4 hours. Are you guys comfortable with just cruising down the river?
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure Ignatius and I are bickering the entire time, so yeah.
My God,
Okay.
I will shocking grass and toll the dead, you guys. You don't shut up.
Feilani, let me know when you see something, and I'll and on which side of the river it's on, and if we need to, so I can steer us to shore.
I will try my best. And
The
then
river
I'm
begins to go from 40 to about 20 feet. The canopy of, like trees, big maple leaves over top of you. You look up, you can see the green, with the sun above you, just like looking, the sun rays going through the trees. It becomes almost like a canopied tunnel after a while, and there's thick forest to your right and left as you move down. Feilani, every once in a while, you'll probably see a squirrel jump or whatever, but you get the sense with a little bit of the splashing of the oars and stuff. Things are hearing you guys and, moving out of the way. That's probably like your first half of the day of rowing. The boat's big enough where you guys can sit there and nom on hardtack if you guys want. Or you could portage if you'd like and stop and eat, but you're not at a point where you'd need a rest, right? Like you can just gradually keep going down the river. It's flowing with you. It's not that difficult.
I'm gonna
when
put
we
my
slept,
lucky
we did
sock
take a long
hat on.
rest, right?
What's that?
When we slept, we did take that was considered
You took a
a
long
long
rest.
rest.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
So you can take the time right now to be like to prepare,
Oh, I got
you know what I
yeah.
mean, your spells and things like that. And discuss. Did you guys didn't level up last time, did you?
Yeah, we did.
You did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Level 3. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll take this time as we kind of move. Did anything change Sir Cervantes as he went to level 3?
I, having specialized in horses, basically took Cavalier as my fighting style.
And I took your horse from you and put you on a robo. Fantastic.
That's fine, but what it gives me the ability to do is kind of like a hunter's mark, called
Okay.
Unwavering Mark. So I can
Okay.
mark a creature if I hit it with a melee attack.
Nice. All right. Feilani, did anything change? Any new spells that you're prepping for today on the boat?
Yeah, so I got to pick my subclass and I chose Circle of the Lands. So that gave me some new cantrips. I got Shocking Grasp, and then I got some new spells. Long Strider, Sleep, and Misty Step. And then I've got I can now Wild Shape. And I also have Land's Aid, Heal, or Damage. So I can deal damage to someone within 60 feet with entangling vines, or I can entangle someone with vines and heal them.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's new. You can entangle
Nice.
someone and heal them with the entanglement.
So it's in an area of effect, 60 feet.
Yeah.
I can entangle everybody, and I can only deal damage. I can deal damage to the enemy, and then I can pick somebody in that 60-foot radius to heal.
It's awesome. So yeah, Feilani's
Oh, yeah.
trying to pay attention to stuff, and she's kind of describing how she can do this new thing. Ignatius, what happened in your rogue skills of level 3? Did you take anything?
I'm not level 3. I'm only level 2 as a rogue, and level 1 as a warlock.
That's right. That's
But I
right.
have my cunning action now,
Okay. Did you
and
take,
I have my sock hat.
you took Warlock then this last one?
No, I took rogue this last one.
Okay. All right. That's
I
level
started as a
3.
rogue. I'm just bouncing back and forth. Rogue, warlock,
Okay.
rogue, warlock.
All right. That's good to know.
Did,
But you got cunning. You got your cunning.
Cunning action.
All right. So that means you can hide as a bonus action. You can hide and dash and things like that.
Dash, disengage.
And then Brody, would you any changes to your character?
Yeah, I have my patron in my warlock now. I'm a great old one, and my patron is Jorgamander, the world serpent, and I have an awakened mind. I can do some telepathic stuff, and I took a couple of additional spells that I have access to now with Tasha's Hideous Laughter. No, that's, yeah, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Hex, Fairy Fire, Dissonant Whispers, Witch Bolt. So, variety of
Which
things.
bolt now is 2d12. It's pretty on the first hit. 1d12
Yeah.
sustain. If you crit on that one, it is a
Phantasmal Force, too. So,
so yeah, you get the sense that even with Brody, I would say give me a perception check, Ignatius.
Perception. 22.
Oh,
Every once in a while, you have like a dark aura about yourself, and you kind of notice that there's a bit of an aura as well with Brody, as if, you know what I mean, like there's a bit of a sugar daddy out there as well, empowering Brody. Not that you just get you get a familiarity with each other's kind of like classes. It's kind of how I would describe it. As you kind of go out your day, you just get a sense that there's something lingering with Brody as well. Did you guys kind of discuss your new strengths and you continue down the river. Continue down the riverbed. Now you got me around the river bends. You got that stuck in my head.
Just around the river.
Yeah. The trees start to become a little bit more scattered, and there's more openings. You get the sense that Feilani, with your 23, you can start seeing through the trees and start seeing more of like a valley beyond the trees, and you get the sense that the forest is kind of receding as you're moving down the river. The river kind of moves along every once in a while. You get the sense that you're getting closer to like where humans have been, because you'll see like an abandoned campsite or something like that along the way. You move a little bit farther down, and you get the sense that you see where a canoe has ahead of you has pulled up against the shore.
Okay. So I let everybody know that, hey, I do see a canoe up ahead. So Brody, be careful of it. Don't hit it.
All right. Well,
Steer clear of it.
Maybe that's the canoe the orcs took.
makes sense.
Is there
Well,
any? Is that the only canoe, or is there multiple canoes?
One canoe. So what I described was Umberto took a canoe. The
Yeah.
two half orcs walked it. They humped it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought okay.
disregard.
I think we all thought the
Maybe
orcs
it's-
took a canoe.
Maybe it's Umberto's canoe. Put me ashore. Release me.
Have a turnip for good luck and
How would you
posterity.
guys like to do it? So you're roughly 60 feet from the canoe, and there's a it's like in the grass, right? Like it's not like a beach. It's pulled into the grass, like right in the spot.
I'm going to muscle the boat into that same area. If
Feilani, okay. So you pull it in there, you jump out, and you guys want to get out and like pull it up. Feilani, you notice you've seen a lot of like your big deciduous trees, right? But there's a willow tree here. Like you hadn't seen a willow tree, and there is a willow tree here, like at this spot.
Oh. I would like to go investigate that willow tree.
Okay. Go ahead and make a nature check, and then I'll say Cervantes, you're jumping out and pulling the rowboat up. Brody, what do you want to do? You want to help him? Or...
Yeah, I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna hop out and help him. Ignatius, you don't need to hop out, buddy. It may be a little deep for you at this point.
It would be. You would get wet. Yeah.
I'm not insulting you. I mean,
Your stubbornness. I hope you jump out now and just go.
You're
Do you want to
as
jump out?
tall as you are. I'm not. There's no insulting or connotation.
I allow my manservants to pull the boat ashore before I depart the vessel.
Hey, Ignatius, why don't you get out and help us?
Why don't you eat a turnip?
I just gave you one.
Sir Cervantes, if he wants to get on land so much, you can just pick him up and toss him.
Listen, even a knight like me can get out and help out.
Do you know what I like about adventuring with you all? You're so friendly.
Says listen, it's like
There's been a real turn. You all started out as a bunch of do-gooders, go-lucky, happy, let's save the world. But now, you're a bunch of grumpies. That's all I'm saying.
Feilani.
We're all getting a taste of Feilani charisma.
Feilani, what'd you roll for your nature check?
I rolled a 24.
Okay. You see at the base of the willow tree There isn't there a willow tree reference to the Pocahontas movie as well? But anyway, so like,
I'm on it.
Yeah.
so like, there is a stone inside the tree itself, and it has runes on it. And you can see, so you rolled pretty high. You see little footsteps and like normal human-sized footsteps in the kind of like the dry mud walking up to the tree, and you get the sense that someone took a knee there and looked at this thing, but it's on the other side of the river. And then you get the sense that you see a drag mark of the canoe and it goes to the other side, right? Like, so basically on your 23, you saw someone park over here, get out, look at this, ride the canoe to the other side. But you don't know, what languages do you speak?
Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Goblin.
Okay, in Elvish, you do see a symbol of Savras, god of divination and fate. As you look at this, and it's just like think of one of those stones you would find in the woods marking where a boundary is, right? Like you know what I mean, like a boundary stone. It's placed in this thing, and you look on the other side of the river. You see a clearing. The guys are just still bickering, and you see roughly I'd say 200 meters. Oh, we're in Dungeons and Dragons. Boop, 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 200 Imperial yards. 300 yards away, you see almost like a square shaped. It looks kind of like a fort, and then you see the roof of something. Do you want to keep looking at what this is?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to go to the other side of the river? If you do that,
I do.
yeah. So you kind of wade a little bit across the river. You can even swim across if you want to. A ruin stands in the middle of a vast field north of rocky foothills of the Sword Mountain. An old stone temple with a belfry jutting from its peaked roof is enclosed by stone walls, many sections of which have collapsed. A trail moves towards it and ends at a crumbling gatehouse, the doors to which must have been sundered a long time ago. 3 of the 4 towers of the corners of this temple that once stood have collapsed. Only the northeast tower, the opposite side of you, remains. And you can see the shadow of a head in this tower. Like you could see someone in the tower. Let me switch mappies for you guys.
Am I gonna have to carry you across this river, Ignatius?
You're on the right side of the river, you guys.
Oh, okay.
Use
We're on the
guys.
right side of the river.
O'Connell!
Thank you. Thank you.
You're right.
O'Connell! You have no horses!
Benny, looks like you're on the wrong side of the river.
What was her name?
Evie?
Evie. You guys are like, yeah. Okay? You guys see that?
Yeah.
And there is the wall. Do you guys see the wall there?
I see the
No.
wall.
You guys, your
Nope.
boat. I left your
Oh,
boat
I see it now.
hiding behind the trees
Oh, okay.
because you do see a bit of an opening that would lead across a grassy plain to a walled temple.
Okay. And I'm the only one who has seen it.
Yeah, you can let the boys know whenever you prefer, or you can continue to let them bicker and be the main character.
died.
I've already died twice.
I was gonna say that sounds like it's leading to death.
Yeah.
No, just saying.
You'll be
You found
fine.
yourself in melee twice. Just
No, okay, so I look behind myself and they're so into their bickering argument. I just kind of like roll my eyes and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and forward without them. They'll realize I'm not there and they will hopefully catch up.
okay. So now tell me what you want to do. Okay, so the river opens up where it is. You see where your boat is. I like to keep your guys' agency. Are you walking out and getting in the middle of the field?
No, I'm kind of gonna go along the left side closer to the trees, just so I'm not right out in the open.
Oop, we got a chat in. Okay.
Chad.
Is that going to work for you?
Chad.
Yeah, there's cups off. Is that going to work for you to Chad? Can you throw him in there? Do you want to take a break for a second? Let him...
No, I can do that. I can do that. That's easy.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Silas / Chad, stay with me. You'll be in the last of the rotation as the party travels down a river and have discovered the Shrine of Savras, based on some things. Feilani, so you want to stay, are you staying hidden or are you trying to get a closer look? Describe to me your intent.
I'm trying to move forward to where I can get a closer look, especially at the head that you were describing, to see if I can see anybody, if make out any type of detail, or, you know.
You want to see them before they see you?
Yeah.
So there is tall grass where you're at.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I would like to move forward and kind of like hunch down.
Okay.
And I guess move slowly as I can, as far as I can go.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Every charisma check, right?
No. That is no. Okay. That is a 17.
Okay. Yep. You move forward close enough. Behind you, you hear Cervantes and Bro. They're getting. They're talking as with a normal voice behind you. You move forward, and I'll tell you one thing: you can hear them behind you as you move forward. You stop instantly as you see this, as the dark green, like skin of a full orc is sitting in the top of this. With your nature check, you know that the Many Arrows tribe was in this region, and what I'll say is in this area, fully well knowing in the Forgotten Realms lore that we're in right now, the benevolent in some cases, the tribes that are here are broken off factions. As you get closer, you see smoke coming out, not from the temple itself, from around the sides of it. Like you can see, like there's smoke in there. But what I'll tell you from your stealth check and from what you've seen, you got a second before this guy probably hears you all behind you.
How far did I move away?
Yeah, I'll put you up.
I love it. Silith, we're all bitching at each other in the boat. Just to let you know.
Silas, you
Perfect.
from the fight, you weren't feeling very good. It took your long rest a little bit longer, but now you're kind of in this boat and you're feeling kind of rested. You wake up, you hear that the guys are not getting along. They've been just bickering at each other for a while. You notice that Feilani is gone. Cervantes, the boat is pulled up, and Brody, the boat is pulled up. Ignatius, you can jump out. Cervantes, your passive perception, you notice that Feilani was over there.
An 8. I have an 8 passive perception.
Yep. So your helmet visor's down. You know what I mean, and you're fogged out. What's your passive, Ignatius?
It's coming up here. 13.
Same.
While you were sitting there and the guys were dragging you up and throwing some shade here and there, you noticed that Feilani went to one side, went to the other, and just walked away, got down in the tall grass, and she's ahead of you by like 20 some feet, and she's just staring straight ahead. Brody, what's your passive?
It's 13 as well.
Same.
And
You
I would-
both, the both of you notice that Feilani is like locked
Okay.
on something ahead, and you look up, and you in the distance can see what looks kind of like a fort.
I'm going to use my awakened mind feature, and I'm going to connect with her, and I'm going to say, hey, Lonnie, and so she can hear me in her mind, but I'm still whispering. Hey, Lonnie, what do you see? Why are you laying down in the grass? This is Brody. You can talk back. You don't have to say it out loud, but you can just talk in my head.
Well, if you guys would, shut up, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be heard by these orcs that are up here.
Oh, there's orcs up there. Oh, okay.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and
yes.
I'll turn to everybody and say, shh.
What?
I don't-
I would say Cervantes does yell like, "What?"
What, you were yelling at Ignatius for being dense earlier. That was pretty boneheaded, buddy.
I've got a 6 wisdom. Of course I'm going to yell what.
This means don't talk. Shh.
So do you get silent, Cervantes?
Sure. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At any point that you want to jump in, Silent, you can. You're stepping out of the boat. You see Brody and Ignatius both kind of take a defensive kind of posture or whatever, looking forward, and you hear Brody muttering something. Did you mention the orcs, Brody?
Yeah. I said there's orcs up there. She's watching orcs. I don't see them. I don't know where they are, but there's orcs.
You can go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, that was terrible. 7.
Okay, Ignatius, since you notice as well, you can make a perception check.
16.
Okay. Yep. You look up, you see her head kind of pop down, and you also see the head on the opposite side of this thing, you see the head of what looks to be, you can't really see it from there, but you do see a head moving around. When he says, "Oh," you can kind of like smell the smoke from this place.
Do we need to sneak around these guys?
So she hasn't mentioned that she knows that this is you guys just see what looks like a fort.
Is there a tree I could shimmy up
Sure. Yeah, make a
to get
acrobatics
some
check.
height and maybe see over the walls?
Yep. Go for it.
Feilani,
Acrobatics?
what is this?
11.
Yep, you go up there and snap a little bit, and you get up the tree.
Just from doing my investigation earlier, I was able to figure out that this is a temple of Savras, and it looks like orcs have taken it over. So I don't know why they're here, but we don't need to. I don't know how many, but we don't need to alert any of them.
So should we just? Is this where we're trying to go, or are we trying to go around?
Well, look, I was not the only one at that tree earlier. It looks like someone else had visited it. And it looks like Umberto's canoe, maybe it was dragged from one side and then to the other. So I don't know what happened to him, but we have come across this temple, and there's probably a bunch of orcs in there, and we just don't want to alert and then have a swarm of them possibly.
Does the fort look like is it the temple built into the fort?
Go for
Or
it.
vice versa.
Make another. You see, climbed up there. Yep, go ahead and you can either investigate or perceive. I like you guys using your character sheet to make it work. You know what I mean? Like, if you're better at investigating, you can be like, oh, for Mike's,
Well,
you know.
I rolled a nat 1, so I'm going to halfling this.
Okay.
19.
Oh, okay. As you get up there and you look down, this is what you see, and I'll give you the map. Bop, 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 bop. And then you can go from there, my friend.
Should I go to Drunken Duck or a battle scene, or should I?
Yeah, sure. If you want to, that's fine.
That way we get a better.
That was a
Picture of
really
this.
cool transition. That's what you
Singer?
see.
Yeah.
You look up and you see, like, you know what an ogre is? You see two massive ogres, like, straight ahead of you. Like, in the back left corner of this thing, you see the tower that is functioning like a normal tower up into the
Mhm.
front left. And there's an orc up in there, but you see orcs all over inside this thing, walking around in groups of 3. You see tents and things like that.
Does the
Based
building
on-
look like a temple, though?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I'm trying to make that look like a temple.
No, I'm not criticizing the map. I just mean, like, when I look at it, it looks... Okay.
It looks logish, but I'm telling you, that's kind of what it looks like in this
Okay.
in this map here. So yeah, so
Okay. I'll quietly whisper down. I'll be like, I think this is the place. There's
Yeah, so-
ogres and there's
Yeah.
orcs inside the wall, though. Ogres.
Is there a way to sneak past them without engaging in combat?
Can't we talk our way through?
If they
Can't
are,
talk with an ogre.
if they're defacing the temple, justice must be served.
I don't think they're defacing it. I think they're using it as some kind of fortification. And I don't think all of us can sneak in. Maybe one of us.
I can help with that.
I nominate Feilani.
So here's what I'll do. I'll go around as I normally do. Cervantes, what do you think? What do you think? You see, and you're kind of aware now. You guys are kind of probably all hunkered down in the tall grass, right? You know, I picture at least 4 of you with Ignatius in a tree, like orcs, ogres, and you guys are kind of the grass goes about like this high, right? Like as you're all on a knee, you guys are right now. I'm giving you guys like a full height where you're at. It is roughly like 4 p.m. It's hot. It's, you know what I mean? Like evening's probably coming soon. But you see Cervantes, your wisdom, probably the place. You know, this is the place. What you're gathering?
If somebody
seems
told
like
me,
the place.
somebody told me this is the place, I'm like, I'm all about it. This is the place.
Okay.
Let's go.
We'll go Feilani. Brody's next to you, taking it serious. You know what I mean? Kind of looking over the grass. What would you like to do?
I will look at Brody and I will ask him, well, you think we should wait till dark, or you I mean, we have to get in there, but
I definitely think we should wait till dark. But, I mean, orcs can see in the dark, right? Yeah, I think they can.
It's the Forgotten Realms. Everybody can see in the dark.
I can't.
Technically, I can't
Well,
either, but
It'd actually be a feature where you can't see in the dark. There's so many
Yeah, that's-
people with
that's
dark
just a
vision now.
given.
Yeah.
Well, even if they can see in the dark, I think we're still better hidden in the dark.
I would
It's
agree.
Cinematically more appropriate.
That makes sense.
Cinematically more appropriate.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
god. Well, I guess we wait until dark and we plan. Hopefully, we can ask Ignatius if he's seen a number of orcs and ogres and what we're up against. If things do happen to come to blows.
Yeah.
Can I hear them?
No.
With the river behind
You're
you?
mind talking, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
not
Technically,
necessarily.
technically not at this point because it only lasts 3 minutes, and I think we would have been whispering at this point. Yeah.
Ignatius, you want to stay in the tree?
Yeah. Like if I'm counting right from what I can see here, there's like I'll relay down like there's definitely 2 ogres. There's maybe a dozen orcs at least outside of the building.
Okay.
But there's tents. Like there could be more.
Are you assuming you're hidden in this tree, or do you want to?
Totally, I'm assuming. I don't know if I'm actually hidden, but I'm assuming I'm hidden.
Okay, so just roll your stealth check. I just want to see what happens here, just in case you bobo this one.
Okay, let's do that.
And then I
10.
want everybody else. Huh?
I got a 10.
Oh,
I got
okay.
a 10.
Fantastic.
Half a 20.
Cervantes, roll stealth.
Oh God.
That's what you get for, nominating me earlier. You bobo your dice roll.
Oh, 17.
Okay, so Cervantes just lays down on his back, and he's looking up at you guys while you guys are kind of talking. So he just like, I'm no good at whatever's happening right now. So he just lays on his back.
He cuddles his turnips.
Yeah, he just does this.
Cuddles his turnips.
Let's see, Silence, make a stealth check as you kind of wake up.
I'm in the tree making nondescript bird noises.
Okay.
Look up here! Look up here!
A
Look up here!
19.
What'd you get?
I got a 19.
Okay. Yep, Silith. He gets lower. You know what I mean? And he actually, takes some stuff and puts maybe some leaves on his horns. You know what I mean? And so he looks like, a commando. Let's see, Brody, what'd you get? And then Feilani, stealth check.
11 plus 6, 17.
Whoa, you guys have high stealth.
I have an amazing stealth, by the way, and suck.
Okay. What'd you get, Feilani?
12.
Okay. Yep. So across your group stealth check, you get the sense that you're able to stay there. And you guys want to stay there until it gets dark? Is that the plan, or you want to?
I say we we should move back by the river while we're waiting for it to get dark.
I'm
Just to
afraid
make
if
sure
I.
that-
I'm laying on my back. I'm afraid if I move, they're gonna see me.
I'm
Then
gonna
don't
stay
go.
here and still. I'm gonna stay here and still keep a lookout and see, kind of get what their movements are. If they change out guards, if
As you
see
say
what
that,
else
you
I
see
can-
a group of
what
3
happens.
walk out of the camp. One's got 2 buckets in his hands, and the other 2 have what look like
They have what?
2 buckets in their hand. One has 2 buckets, and the other 2 have like bows and like an long weapon.
Okay. Okay.
I'll like whisper. They're either coming to take a shit or to get water from the river. That's my guess. What else would you use a bucket for?
Turnips.
Where you
Cooking
guys are
dinner.
at right now, you guys are not seen. Despite the fact, and you'll look up Feilani, because you know that region pretty good. If like you saw like an owl sitting on a bare branch, that's Ignatius right now. He is not well hidden in a tree, and you get the sense that if these orcs move up, they're gonna see a dude in a tree. He's a halfling. He's not a squirrel. You know what I mean? Like,
Someone polymorph me. Someone polymorph me.
I would like to, hold on, where are my spells? I would like to cast, sorry?
say they're now probably about 100 feet from you.
Yeah, I would like to cast Find Familiar, and I would like to, summon a, I would like to summon a cat.
Thank God you said cat.
She
Here's your
summons
cat.
a T-Rex.
Oh my god, it's so cute. His name is Fred.
Okay, Fred shows up and is like, here's your. Whoops. I'm looking at this map like you guys can see what I'm looking at. What an idiot. All right, one sec.
I was about to say, can we slide that over? Yeah, there we go.
Stare us deep in our eyes, and maybe we'll see it.
So there they are, 3 orcs, come piling over a hill of rubble, it looks like. And anybody speak orc?
No.
No.
You hear them just like, just like
Rumble.
Zug zug.
very general.
Zug zug.
Yeah, zug zug. That's what they're saying.
Loktar Ogar. Zug zug.
Ready to work.
Is that Warcraft shit? I don't
Yeah,
know.
100%.
Are you speaking Warcraft to me?
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
Okay, fantastic. I almost said hi to Chad inside chat, and Chad's right there. This is how much D&D I've been playing. Like, I don't know what dude I am. So if I forget and I start becoming this is what we're gonna do. You realize in probably boop boop beep boop 2 rounds to where you're going. You guys are stealthed right now, except I would say Ignatius in about a round, based on your judgment, Phaelani, Ignatius is going to be Bob Geron soon. Like,
Idiot.
So, are you okay with the hostility that's happening right now, Jeremy? I've been in your.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
He started it.
I just want to do a buddy check real fast. I'm telling you, I've crashed out like on stream twice.
I feel like I am the party shit disturber and probably deserve everything I get. So I'm okay with it.
So we'll go left to right. Cervantes, you're laying there. I'm just gonna say, you don't know what the fuck's happening, right? Okay. Anything you want to? Well, you don't know anything.
I don't know
until
anything,
someone
so
tells you.
until somebody tells me, I'm just laying here. Yeah.
So here's what I'll say: if you want to communicate something, and I'm gonna go.
I don't
This
have
will be the
anything.
last round.
I don't have anything to communicate until somebody tells me something else.
What am I doing? I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I would totally, try to motivate somebody, but I have nothing. I have no reason to motivate right now, as we're
Okay.
just hiding.
Here's what we'll do, though. We're gonna roll initiative. Because you see them coming to you, and like odds are, orcs are not like chill. I'm sorry. In this place, in my realm, these orcs are bad. Or are they? I don't know.
You don't have to apologize.
Anybody
for
get
that.
above a 20? Sweet. Anybody 15 or above?
19.
Ooh.
19.
2 19s? Who has higher dex?
Hold on.
I have 18 decks.
I love how you're
So
all
that's-
over. 15.
Yeah, no, he wins. I have a 16.
Okay, so Ignatius, and then Phaelani, and then we got a 17.
Slinky got an 18.
Okay.
Slinky got an 18.
Oh,
Slinky
I need to do Fred.
Brody, what did you get?
10.
Oh, way down. Okay. Okay, so above a 10, 10 and above.
Brody got a
Fred
2.
got a 12.
5 and above.
8.
And then Brody
Solid.
got like a 2.
Yeah, Brody got an 8.
Brody got an 8 as well. What's your dex?
Oh, excuse me, not 8, 10. Sorry, I rolled a 7 plus 3, 10.
Okay.
I
So it
actually,
goes Ignatius.
yeah.
Phailani, Slinky, Silith, Fred the cat. It's Cervantes. So Ignatius, you're
Yes.
sitting in the tree. You see them walking towards you about 120 feet away. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, so about a couple rounds away. You see the
But I
bucket.
believe myself to be hidden, correct?
You are hiding.
Exactly. They can't possibly see me.
Exactly. Yes. So you are hiding. You just don't know if you can be seen. You're doing your best, and it's a pretty bare tree. Now that you're sitting there, you're on a big branch, right? And it like goes left to right in front of them, and then behind them there's nothing. So there's just you're like leaned against the tree, right? But there's still a dude leaning against the tree.
He's giving that face. You know that face in the video? That's what he's giving the orcs. That face.
He's doing the like.
He's like, "Hey, come on."
Oh my god.
Is there
That's
anything
scary.
that you would like to do this round?
Oh, I'm trying not to metagame here. So I think if they're approaching, I've at least got my bow out because, shit may hit the fan here. So I'll have my bow trained on them, but I'm not like, I don't think I'm gonna move. I think I'm hidden. So, but if I realize suddenly the gig is up, I'll shoot one of them.
Okay, no
So
worries.
can I'll ready in action to like shoot one if I think they see me.
Fantastic.
Or more likely they'll see my friends. So the moment they
Walk
see,
you guys down the path that all orcs are evil. These orcs could be, but you do get the sense that there's a problem with these dudes who have taken over a temple as their own fort. They're probably not the most lawful. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I've murdered so many men.
yeah. They're pretty well armored up for just like
A few women too, and I have no time for these guys. When they spot Cervantes, because I feel like that's what's going to happen here, I'll have to shoot one of them.
I'm pretty well hidden, buddy.
Not in my mind. I agree the dice have told that story, but in my mind,
That's
I'm like,
fair. That's fair.
They're gonna see Cervantes. I better be ready to shoot.
Okay, so Phailani, they're walking, they're moving, and you just see Ignatius just pull his bow out and just knock one.
I immediately start panicking. I'm like, don't. Why do you think I summoned my familiar? I'm gonna use it as a distraction tactic.
If they see one of us, I'm gonna have to shoot them.
Why do you think I summoned my familiar? To get my familiar,
Well, then do it.
I gotta wait my turn.
Yeah, you have to wait for Fred's turn.
I gotta wait for Fred's turn.
I'm waiting my turn, you asshole.
He's talking about this, waiting to guide her familiar. What is Slinky doing?
Slinky is going on the other side of. He has what's his speed? Forgot. Yeah,
He's a
fly.
winged snake, right?
Yeah,
I
he
have
well,
an idea.
technically he's an imp, but he looks like a winged snake.
Here's a better
dragon.
question. If you know I'm invisible, why wouldn't you tell me to get the hell out of the tree?
So he's going to go like the opposite direction of us, and he's going to throw a rock, like in the opposite direction so that it'll make noise, like in the wood line the other way from us. And he's invisible.
Across the river, or like give me
Like
on the map.
yeah.
Kind of
So
describe.
it would be south on the map,
Okay.
so that
gotcha.
they would be not looking at us. They would be looking, south. Not perpendicular to our direction.
I have an idea, Brody.
30 feet. Okay. He gets to here, and you want him to drop a rock here, or do you want him to go farther?
No,
away?
like he's gonna throw it.
Oh, okay.
Like over in the trees, away from us.
Told them we already got one.
All right.
Yeah. Away from
He
us.
throws a rock into the tree line. We're gonna get to this point. Okay, Silith. A crack of like a rock being thrown hits to the south on the map.
How far did he throw the rock? 30 feet?
Make a
60
dex.
feet?
Make a dex for Slinky.
Okay. Uh, 19 on the die, so
Okay, that's fine.
plus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made it a full 60 feet and hits a like dead on in the middle of a trunk of a tree. You hear, you know what I mean? Like it just directly hits the tree. It sounds completely foreign to like nature. Would you like to do silent?
Then in that same direction, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to do tremors.
What are the tremors? Kind of describe what your tremors. Oh, it just shakes.
So you cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute, and the range is 30 feet on it.
Okay.
So rock hits, tremors in that direction. See if we can change their focus.
Yep. You see the orcs look over in that direction. One drops the bucket, they grab their bows, and they move. You hear one in the back yell something, zug zug blow, and just into the fort or into the shrine, and then these three turn towards it.
And can I notice how, like, sticking out our rogue is on the tree? Like, from where I'm at?
Oh yeah,
I am
There's a
somewhat
guy in the tree with a bow out, like just straight looking at this thing, like 100%.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's-
I would like to sort of, as their focus change, kind of wave a little up at our rogue and be like, get the hell down.
Ignatius can hear that on his next round. It is Fred the cat's turn.
Well, Fred, I basically have to command Fred, though. Like, Fred
did
doesn't do
during the turn.
anything until.
That's fine. You can tell him, and then
Oh, I
Fred can
did?
move.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I'm going to telepathically command Fred to move forward closer towards the orcs. And as a bonus action, I will be able to see through Fred's eyes. And I'll be able to hear what he hears.
The grass gets lesser.
He can
there,
move
'cause
40
it's not
feet.
like- Okay, yeah, it's 40 feet. Yeah, so he cuts the distance between them. The orcs look, and now they see the cat. And now they've stopped, and they're looking at the tremors, and they're looking at the cat. You get and then they basically just stop like where they're at. Like, so now they were just walking towards the river. Now they're like, dude, there's something. They look like kind of shook. You know what I mean? And like they're like, what's going on? Brody, you're up. What would you like to do? They're just standing there.
I am going to. I'm gonna ready I'm gonna ready Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And hold it until I'm sure that they've seen one of us. And as soon if I'm not sure, then I'll just hold it, and it'll go away. But if they see, Ignatius or someone else, and I hear them, cry out that, we're out here, then I'll use it to hit one of them.
Okay. Cervantes.
Do I passive perception? Do I know anything that's going on around me right now?
You hear tremors. You hear a knock against against the tree, and no, not really. And you hear Silas being like, "Dude, get down!" And Ignatius just like,
If I hear,
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no.
if I hear get down, I'll be like, I'm down, and that's it. I'm staying
fantastic.
right where I'm
I
at.
love you playing into this so hard. I love it. Yeah. Ignatius,
Okay.
it's now your turn. They're, I'd say, 80 feet away, 80, 90 feet
Can
away.
I see they're distracted?
They're now looking toward. So they were looking at the tremor, and now they're looking at the cat, right? So they're like,
But not at me.
not at you yet, because it's not their turn.
Would
They're not-
would Cervantes serve as something to break my fall?
Sure.
You might fall on my lance, as it
Okay.
were.
He
What?
could try to catch you.
I
Talk
could for
about
something?
getting the
Cervantes
the
can
tip.
catch you if Cervantes wants to try to catch you. But yes,
I would have to know that you were jumping because I have 0 perception.
you could also jump on it. You could jump on his belly. Yeah, I would say
Staring at you.
since this is fun, you can jump on Cervantes. Yes, he could break your fall.
Okay, that's what I do. I just like
You
quickly
jump him down.
hang drop out of the tree with my bow and arrow in one hand. Just hang drop down onto Cervantes.
Both of you make a stealth check.
Oh my god.
Do I see it happening?
I
don't think you have
Actually,
a choice.
Yeah, you can make a perception
Right?
check if you want. Yeah, that's fine.
No, just passive. And 8 passive. Would I see him jumping out of the tree on me?
Well, my stealth was 10, so I was.
Nope. Hey, Bones, thanks for the raid, dude. I'll try to. Can you give Little Bones a shout out, my friend?
Absolutely.
Oh, we got everybody's in here. What'd you roll? What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
I have a +6 on stealth, and I rolled a 2, so 8.
Okay,
And
so
my-
this is
and-
flat out what happened.
And my passive is 8.
So Phelan, you're staring at these robes. They're in like black, leathered, studded armors. They've got like long, kind of tribal-looking earrings in, and sick-looking '80s mohawks and stuff like that.
Yes.
Painted up. They're painted up with like black tars or something like that. Maybe some charcoal from their campfires. And you're starting to see them look kind of legit like road warriors. And then from behind you, you hear as Ignatius jumps onto Cervantes' like stomach, and all of his air comes out, and the orcs just like look, and then you know what I mean, like you see them like prepare to like engage.
Yeah,
Fly on
as
the
he,
ground beside Cervantes. Like maybe they just see bushes and hear that. But
as he lands on me, I just yell, "By the sacred code, warn a man before you turn him into a pack mule, Ignatius!"
Oh my god.
I'll be like,
Oh my god,
quiet,
I'm gonna die again because of these morons.
we'll hear you. We're all gonna die.
Oh my gosh. And this is echoing,
I
and
am.
it's across the field. You guys are my favorite. I love this. Anyways, so like everybody's trying their best, and just Ignatius and Cervantes just. So, Leilani, what would you like to do? So you land, Ignatius. So you jump. There's your movement.
Yeah.
We'll take half your movement because you did that. What would you like
Okay.
to? What would you like to do?
I'll just ready an action. I'm gonna like just take my turn to get my bow and that put away and get my blades out, my short sword, and my dagger, because this is going to end up with fighting. I can feel it,
I wonder why. You
and we're stuck between the water. Like there's nowhere to retreat to because you people in their boats. You could just let them take me captive.
You jumped on me.
We could Chewbacca maneuver them.
Oh my god.
I did tell him to come down, so.
So you land, you jumped on his tummy, and then you just ready action the bow, right?
No, I put the bow away and get my dagger and my short sword out.
Any cunning actions?
Can I hide?
Sure can. Roll for it, buddy.
Yeah, then I move as far away as Cervantes, so if they come over to investigate, they just find him and not me. That'll be great. That'll be great.
Your rolls have been
24 on stealth this time.
You
You
son
guys
of a bitch.
forgot Ignatius even existed, and
You're now doing your one job.
they're so hyper focused on a knight, like sitting up, holding his stomach from getting jumped on. They don't see you. They just know that a dude just like is sitting there like. So you know when you get your wind knocked out of you, Cervantes, you're kind of like you're just like and Ignatius, you're gone. Like you're in the tall grass, like totally.
I'm the
out.
knight.
Do you want to move anymore?
Well, I use whatever movement I have left to get away from this group of people.
You're
This
such a jerk.
group of people. Nice.
Yep. Yep.
My fellow, whatever they are, adventurers, heroes.
If you move more than 10 feet from the river itself, you're out of the tall grass. Does that make sense?
No, I'm not going to do that. I stay in the tall grasses.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much for that, Ignatius. As a matter of fact, it's such a shit show. You get inspiration for just like for helping me as a DM get to a fight scene. Felani, all of this happens behind you. You see them. Their eyes are beginning to scan up. Like you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that like they're going to be. Well, they definitely see a cavalier. You know what I mean? Like.
His back. I probably just sat up his back.
Your back is to them, absolutely. Yep.
Heavily heaving. Catch his breath. I am going to tell Fred to move forward.
Okay. Fred
Look
will.
the most innocent that he can.
Okay, you go. Piss, 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 piss. You guys hear? Yeah. You hear her do the PS thing to the cat, and you hear back like, and it moves forward. Slinky. Slinky is that will-o-wisp that's on. I don't have a winged snake mini. Sorry, my budget. But like,
That's
so
right.
there's a like a will-o-wisp, and this is Slinky right now. You guys have the map. Sorry,
Okay.
you guys are my hitters.
Um,
Two hitters.
he is going to, and he's invisible still, so he is just going to fly up about 15 feet in the air and towards them.
15 feet in the air and towards them. Okay, sir.
So that he's above their, I mean, he's invisible anyway, but he would be above their sight line. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
What's this movement?
Oh, wait.
Anyways, I moved him forward. Unless
Yeah, it's 40 feet. Sorry.
that's like normal flying stuff. Hey, thanks
Yeah.
to everybody for the raid. Thanks for sticking around. It's really awesome. These guys are looking at the Shrine of Savras from, I think it's what was it, Icefire Peak. But this is in a whole other campaign. Don't worry about it. Anything else you want to do? Oh, Slinky, Silith, and then Fred the Cat's on deck. Silith slash. Oh, orcs. Orcs are going. No, Silith and then orcs. Silith, what do you want to do?
So there's 2 of them, right?
There's 3
There's 3 of them.
currently.
Okay.
There's more in the fort.
Well, yeah, I get that. But they're so there's 3 of them. Estimatal distance from me.
90.
Okay. A little too far for this spell. Okay. They're
Well-
coming. All right.
Yeah, they're coming.
I'm gonna hold my action,
Okay.
but if they come within 30 feet of us, see, I need to do this before we attack them. That's the problem. And okay. Yeah, I'm holding my action. If they come within 30 feet, I'm gonna cast Charm Person on 2 of them.
Okay. All right.
Do I need to speak their language for that to work?
The orcs look up. They see Cervantes is back. All 3 of them pull back their bows.
As soon as they do that,
Yep.
my Eldritch Blast release goes.
And I think Ignatius, did you do ready action as well? Oh, no, that was a
I just
previous ready action. All right, so go for your Eldritch Blast on. We'll say
The
the.
nearest one.
Yep.
It would be the nearest one.
Yep.
17.
I believe that hits.
Okay. 10.
It does.
All right, that's 10. 10 points of force damage.
You hear this thing, so they pull back, and then just this Eldritch Blast. It's like your greenish, tealish, dark color just shoots across the field. Everybody sees this as like the first action. One of them on the left just takes it straight to the body. You see him like hunch over, like very bloodied. He's like swaying. He like takes one eye. Since you shot, but they were all locked up. Dear sweet Cervantes on this one. Let me check. Couldn't find. So we are playing 2024 edition. Dirty, and orcs don't exist in this monster manual, which is interesting. So you have to go back to the legacy version. Oh, I'm so sorry. One is a nat 20, which is going to be. They rolled well. So launches of.
Can I use a luck? No, I couldn't use a luck point. No. I don't know they're even shooting at me. So don't
Yep.
worry about it.
This is going to be total. That's going to be 12 damage, piercing.
God damn.
And the other 2 were 16 plus, were 21s to hit.
Yeah, those hit.
Both
Oh my
for a total of 12 piercing from both. 3 arrows just launch straight into you. They yell over their back, and they bound. They go backwards, so they go back into the fort.
What the fuck just happened?
Wait. So, Fred was moving forward. I commanded Fred to move forward. Would he have gotten close to them before they moved backwards?
Fred's turn
Oh,
is
sorry, I
next.
didn't know.
Fred's turn's
Okay.
next. No, he doesn't. You can dash Fred, and you'll catch up to him.
No, because that won't work.
Because you're trying to do a touch action with your familiar. Is that what you're?
Yeah. How far away is Fred from me?
30 feet.
30?
Yep.
Okay. Hmm.
30. I think they want to use orcs more like a character class than a monster. So they've removed orc from, which is weird because I would also like to see a human monster as well. So I don't know what you're doing, Wizards of the Coast, but keep doing it.
Human cultist, right?
And how far are the orcs from me?
That's probably about 120 now.
Oh, fuck.
Well, what are you trying to do? And like, I'm not gonna ruler's lawyer this thing. So like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
how
well,
far is
basically everything I have is out of range, so I
You
would just
can
have to
move.
move forward.
You can move forward and do it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
so-
but I don't want to get out of the tall grass. I'll move forward.
Okay.
For you.
Oh, well, it's Fred's turn. Fred, move forward.
Yep. Fred moves. Do you want him to dash him to the people or to the orcs? Or do you want him to do his normal?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, just normal movement.
Oh, just so you guys know, I'm like maimed right now.
I figured, 36 points of damage in one thing.
That brings up Fred. The cat went. Brody.
Um,
So yeah, you ready? Actions. So. Yep.
yeah, I'm going to shoot the same one again.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
What's
like
your range on your Eldritch Blast? Do you have
120?
Okay, they're right on the. Yep. Okay. Same guy?
Yeah, same guy. That's 17 plus 6, 23. So
Definitely hits.
Um,
Yes.
4 plus 4, 8 points of force.
He
Gooey looking.
Another
poison.
green Eldritch Blast flies out, hits this guy in his back as he's running back into like some more cover, and he falls flat on his face. The other orcs are just like, "Whoa," and they're trying to run as like two laser beams shoot out towards you guys. Cervantes, unless Brody, do you have anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving forward. I'm gonna try to move towards that tree that's sort of the big evergreen looking tree. I'm gonna run my full speed.
Well, you can do 30. Yeah, so you're moving out.
Yeah. Yep.
Cervantes, what would you like to do?
I am going to roll over onto, so I'm on all fours, coughing up blood.
Okay. Beg.
What
Are
the
you
fuck?
Are you attempting to hide?
No, I don't know what the
Okay.
fuck just happened. I'm like, what the
You
fuck
didn't get
is going
touched in the
on?
You didn't get touched in the last
No.
combat. In this one, you just get absolutely wrecked. Okay.
Like, what the? Somebody tell me what's going on. And like, I am just spitting up blood, like, heaving right now.
Cervantes is in bad shape. And that brings around Ignatius.
I'm gonna be like, Cervantes, you gotta stay low. They'll shoot you if you stand up like that. Have they run back inside the wall though? I heard that right?
They're moving towards the wall. Yeah, they're not in there. They're at 120.
120?
Yep.
If
Oh,
I had
shit.
something to throw at Ignatius right now, oh, I do. I'm gonna throw a turnip at him right now.
I'm gonna duck that and shoot my bow.
At me? Fuck you.
No, not at you.
Amber wine for Cervantes.
Can I try to shoot one?
Yeah, you're
I'm
hidden. Right?
I'm out. What?
You're
Sure.
hidden, right?
Yeah. 24 I rolled last time, so.
Yep. So you got advantage.
But they're outside of my 80-foot range, so I'd be at disadvantage, right?
Okay, for your short bow.
Yeah.
So flat
Oh,
roll.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So flat roll. Yep.
23.
That hits. A short bow arrow launches out towards these guys.
7 damage.
Okay. You see one just take an arrow straight through his chest. If he's not dying today, he's dying tomorrow. And you know what I mean? Like you see him kind of and keep on trucking. You want to do anything else?
Yeah, I guess I'll use my bonus action to make a stealth check to get back under cover.
Okay, roll for it.
Find that tree over there. Oh, I rolled a 2 again, so 8. I found my old hiding spot.
Yeah. He looks back, and you know they can tell where that whatever.
Yeah. I suck at this.
They try to move backwards. That brings up Svelani.
Am I near Silas and Brody? No, Brody moved.
Fontes
I am going to cast Longstrider at 2nd level, and I'm going to touch Silas and Cervantes, and they now have an additional 10 feet of movement.
Okay. Nice.
I'm still on all fours.
Well, now you can move faster. On all fours.
Go hide in the boat. Maybe there's a healing potion in there.
What does Slinky do?
He is gonna continue flying forward. He's gonna action dash, so 80 feet, and he's gonna get up as far as he's gonna go. He's going straight towards the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's gonna be, still higher than the wall at this point.
Silas.
All right. Well, I see my my friend on the ground on all fours, bleeding from his mouth.
With 3 arrows in his back. 3 arrows sticking in his back.
I feel after my well-rested time and getting a vision from my God on how to help our party even more, I'm gonna lay my hand on his shoulder and just blast as much healing power as I can. Now, usually a lot of my spells have 4-leaf clovers somehow involve this green energy, like green gold energy flies from me into you, and instead of having like a nice 4-leaf clover in your hand or on your nose or something, your mouth is actually filled with 4-leaf clovers. So all you take is
I've ever heard, and I love it.
Bloody
Because-
4-leaf clovers.
because I don't even know the strength of this healing that I've never had before. So I'm just like, my man is dying. I gotta give him everything I can. So like, just my eyes just are like flashing green, and the energy goes, and your mouth is just filled with 4-leaf clovers. As I heal you with a 2nd level cure wound.
Sweet.
It's a big one.
Gonna do 26 healing.
Holy shit.
Nice.
That
Damn.
48 plus 3, and I rolled pretty well at it.
The arrows, as you heal, basically because they're fouled inside your body, right? The arrows just kind of, the wood and the metal that's in there kind of just dissipates. The arrows fall to the ground, right? And you just kind of heal back up. There might be little holes in your chainmail, but that's about it.
you know that
And yeah,
scene.
you spit out clovers. Silas, you want to move? You have extra 10 feet.
Have
I'm
my
gonna stay.
companions run towards them yet?
One goes to the left.
One.
One is hidden, but you know Brody is booking to your left.
I'll follow him.
Okay.
And I don't actually realize I filled my friend's mouth with grass,
Harsh.
but I tried really, really hard to heal him with all of my powers, so
Brody and Silith, as you get over there, 3 arrows arc towards they're arcing towards Brody because he was the first one running across. 3 arrows from behind the wall fire.
I
The
dodge
highest
roll.
I got was a 17.
The 17 hits.
Yep. So the other one, the next highest was a 12.
Nothing. Yeah, that didn't hit.
Okay. So 3 arrows. So Silent, as you make this decision, you see like 3, black shapes of like arrows fly out, and they like right next to Brody, and then one, bam, right in his leg, hits him for 6 piercing damage. And he's trying to get to this tree. You guys are out of the tall grass. You guys are like, it's kind of flattened where this is. What is that? Let's see. I'm gonna wait. Ooh. Yeah, since you guys did this and they're inside this, you're getting this. They're using the terrain. Let's see. This brings up Fred the cat.
Let me look at the stats 1 second. He is going to move towards that tree and climb it.
Okay. Let me adjust the camera real quick. I'm sorry. It's my adjusting camera sound. Oop, wrong way. Okay, that's what's going on. Kitty's moving to the tree.
Yes.
The tree to the south? Or the
The
north?
one that's closest to the wall.
Very nice, Kitty. Okay. At the base of the tree, probably the next round, we'll go up the tree. And that brings up Brody.
The orcs that shot those 3 arrows, are they all right there on the wall next to each other?
The orcs that shot the arrows went to the other side of like a mound, and they're got like half cover now.
But are they all bunched together, like within a 5-foot cube?
The 2 of them are next to each other. Yes.
And how far are they away from me?
So that's probably like 150.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind on that.
Do you see them there? I'll show you. If
No, I
your
can't see them.
little mini is 5 feet, the ones that you can see are like right here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the 3 that were up right behind that wall. It's hard to tell,
It's
actually.
probably have like 3/4 cover.
Okay.
And those ones probably like 120. I'll say.
Yeah. Either way, I don't have the range for that. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna keep moving towards that tree.
You want to dash?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna dash.
Okay, if you dash to the tree, you can get behind the tree and be like 3/4 cover.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Which, let me remind myself what 3/4 covered is. +5 to your AC.
Okay.
And that brings up Cervantes.
I'm gonna stand and like do the neo pose flex.
Okay.
Just after that heal, and I just still have clovers coming out of my mouth, but I just flex like I've been wounded, mended, and made gloriously angry. The code yet stands, my friends. My blood yet boils. We charge not as mortals, but as legends in progress. And I'm gonna dash towards the tree.
Okay.
80 feet. Holding my long sword high.
Right, there's your 80 feet. You just like step out to the point where like your toes are barely touching the ground. You know what I mean? And you're just like booking it. And like within the next round, you should be like right behind the tree. With bro, you see Brody there, but you whip right past Silas. Ignatius.
I pat him on the ass as I run by him.
Nice. Fantastic.
I will. I'm gonna shoot at one of those orcs in the gap there.
Okay. You're hidden. So
No, I'm not hidden because I only rolled an 8,
Okay.
so I'm assuming I'm not hidden. But you
Yeah,
tell me.
and that's probably like 150 from you if you're not going to move forward.
No, I'm not going to move forward. So I'm shooting with disadvantage, right?
Yep. Same one that already has been hit. Yep. You can shoot.
12.
Misses.
Okay.
Little arrow.
I'm gonna try to hide again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
An 11.
Nice.
My dice love me.
Belani, you're kind of alone there, but you hear, Ignatius is hiding, but you see the arrows coming out of his spine, right? Like that's how he's not well hidden, right? So you're like, yeah, he's over there shooting, and then you see the dudes all sprinting off to the left.
Yes, so I am going to oh, hold on. I am going to move full movement and then do my bonus action Misty Step and do an extra 30 feet.
Nice. So you're gonna move your
And go up to where the down orc.
For an extra 10.
No, I did it to Silas and
Are you sure
Montez.
Misty Step's only 30 feet? I thought it was like way higher than that.
Yeah, you teleport up to 30 feet.
Okay. All right. I thought it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Just think it's dimension door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dimension
Misty
Door's like
Step-
120.
Yeah, Misty Step's always been 30.
Oh, I wanted to go towards the dead goblin orc, whatever it was. Go
Straight to
towards
the
the
middle.
dead.
Okay.
Go towards the dead goblin orc, whatever it was. Yeah, the downed one.
That's for here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She's gonna die again.
You hear Cervantes be like, "Oh no, he's gonna die again." All right. That brings up Slinky.
He's going to. Oh wait. Can I?
Maybe.
Um,
And Silas, you're on deck.
I'll have to look into that. He's gonna fly. He's gonna fly over into the courtyard area behind the wall, where he can get like a good vantage point on the entire area.
Yep, you see roughly probably 9 to 10 orcs getting behind the wall, preparing to shoot at all of you. and then you
Okay.
see these two ogres just kind of off to the right hand side, just leering over the side, kind of staring at the direction of the tree that you were at, Brody. Like they're just sitting there, and they've got these big javelins on their back, and they're getting ready to like launch these things.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be all of Slinky's turn. So, all right.
It's orc time. So Feilani walking across the thing.
Oh no.
Do two 18s hit?
Yeah. I have
All
a
right.
very low armor class.
I know. I hear you. So 12 piercing.
Okay.
As two arrows hit you. You're straight in the middle. Two arrows are gonna fire. They rolled their stealth. They see where Ignatius was firing at them, so they're going to shoot.
Are they disadvantaged on me?
Yep. They
Take
see you.
that.
Yeah, so they miss. And then three are going to. One's going to try to shoot at Brody behind the tree. +23, but you have a +5 to your AC.
That still hits.
6 piercing.
Okay.
Cervantes. Fuck me. One rolled a 1, and one rolled another nat 20. So you just took 12. I know, that's 2 in a row. I'm sorry.
Actually, I can
I'm
see
rolling
this
like
guy. I'm gonna give him disadvantage with a luck point
Okay.
on the nat 20.
Okay. 19 hit.
That hits.
Okay. 6 piercing.
It's better than 12 or 18 or whatever that would have been.
Yep. So a lot of arrows are being fired from the courtyard to you guys right now. And that brings up Fred the cat, who's going up the tree.
Yeah.
Fred goes up the tree.
Yeah. He has 40 feet of climbing.
Okay, he's in it. Brody,
And I'm looking through his eyes, so what can I see?
you see
Sorry,
9
didn't mean to
orc
interrupt.
like infantrymen hiding behind a perfect wall. You know what I mean? Like getting ready to like shoot you guys or throw javelins, and there's probably like you see more shapes of more orcs coming up to the wall itself.
Do I see the
and
ogres?
the ogres are peering, and they're trying to see where Brody's at.
Okay.
They're basically side by side. The other ogre's like right behind where that ogre is. I'll move the camera. Actually, I'll move the ogre.
Are there any orcs near those ogres?
There's 3 on. No, there's only 3 underneath where Slinky's at.
Okay. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on those orcs in such a way that if possible, I will get those 2 orcs and any ogres that are near them.
What's the radius of fairy fire that's trying to do?
20-foot cube.
You can get. Do you want to get the ogre? More ogres or more orcs? Because if you get the ogres, you're going to get about 1 orc.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the 2 ogres and 1 orc then. I want to make sure the ogres are fairy fired.
You guys all see this flash of, rainbow colored light coming out over the top of the wall. 1 orc has, you guys have advantage on, and 2 ogres you have.
and I'm going to.
This is a hard fight.
Yeah. Is there a gap in the wall on this kind of south side? You know, looking at.
Yes. You can run. See where those rocks are? That's
Mhm.
terrain that you can get into the compound.
And I can take cover there where I wouldn't be seen.
You can take cover on the other side of the wall easily. Yeah. Where there's terrain, there's terrain. If it's
Okay.
broken, you can slip through about a humanoid size. Does that make sense?
All right. I'm gonna run up to where the wall is broken, and I'm gonna not go through into the courtyard. I'm just gonna take cover behind all those. Are there any orcs in that tower? I can't see it. Like in the.
No.
Okay. I want to get where I'm like just taking cover. Yeah.
Hey, thanks,
Is there-
Folk and Myth. Welcome, Raiders.
Hey, Raiders. You only have your 30 feet of movement? Hey, Folk and Myth.
Am I gonna be in the open right there?
Yes.
Okay, then don't move me.
You can always lay down. Like, I would say.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So what I'll say is half your movement to stand up in prone, but you'll be able to make it to the wall the next round.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
you have, you know what I mean, disadvantage from range weapons being
Right.
shot at you while you're prone. Does that make sense?
Right. Yep.
All right.
That works.
And that brings up Cervantes. You see him leave the tree.
How far am I from the wall?
You skipped me.
Oh, yeah,
80
you did.
feet.
You skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Silas.
It's okay.
Rage.
How did I get down to Brody so fast? Fred the cat went. Silas, go. I'm sorry, pal.
I'm gonna move an action, and then move behind the tree. Is
That's
there?
a dash if you want to make it to the
Yeah,
tree.
Yeah.
So you have 3/4 cover at the tree.
And then bonus action.
Nope.
I'm gonna.
Because your bonus
So-
action will be the dash.
No, that's my action, right?
Yeah.
Move an action.
Yeah.
I'm not a rogue.
I'm sorry. I'm a rogue,
Yeah.
and
You're
one
good.
one life
So
of
that
mine.
was
I'm
move an
sorry.
action. Bonus action. When I get behind the trees, I close my eyes and I put my hands together, and you see the colors, the greens swirl around me, and then like just disappear. And right next to Brody, I'm gonna do invoke duplicity. I'm gonna channel it with one of my channels, and you see me also right next to him.
Ooh, oh, like a mirrored image.
Yes.
Dude, that's brilliant.
So channel
I
divinity.
think you just saved Brody's life.
Yes. So there's me looking exactly like I am now, and I can
Yeah.
throw that
Yeah,
up to
that's
30 feet
awesome.
away, and it will move exactly the way I do.
That was
Okay.
so smart.
That was smart. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't send you a
Um,
second mini.
Right, because Brody just went. Now it's Cervantes. Sorry for skipping you. Sorry for skipping you, buddy.
Okay, I'm going to try to do something kind of cool. I'm going to pull out my lance, and I'm going to dash 80 feet to the wall. In the middle of
Okay.
that, I'm going to use Second Wind as my bonus action to regain some HP.
Okay.
Which I get 11 back. And then I'm going to action surge. So
Want to go in the break with the wall? Like right
I'm gonna try to use the lance as like as a pole vault over the wall.
Oh, yeah. Dude. Okay. Yep. So you run maximum speed. Go ahead and make a obviously acrobatics check. Or athletics. Either or.
Athletics,
Yeah,
20,
athletics, fine.
21, baby. 21.
You guys, this is so cool. All right, so you guys see him just like he plants his lance into the ground and just whoop, straight over the wall. On the other side of the wall, that being said, and you do it perfectly, like flawlessly. You make it over the wall, you see 4 orcs look at you like this, and you land, and there's 2 ogres there as well that are like just sparkling with fairy fire. The orc closest to you has fairy fire.
I am just going to lay into the orc that is sparkling, and that is a with advantage. Oh yeah, doesn't matter. 17 to hit.
That hits.
And 1d8 for 7. 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. Yep.
And I'm going to.
He's bloodied. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to position myself in between him and the wall so that he is between me and the orc and the ogres.
Okay. So you have half cover from the ogres for there. I'm trying to remember. I don't think my orcs went this round, did they?
Oh no, they did.
Just-
No,
All right,
because they hit
you
hit
guys-
Coco.
He's up over the wall. Ignatius, your friends they're out. They're on the other side of the wall.
I can't see any more orcs from here either. If I'm
You can see the tips of the heads of 2 of them that have like half cover. One that you shot already, and he's on the other side of a mound.
So I'm gonna run straight for them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move and then dash.
Okay.
And then with my sorry,
How far is that? Just let me know.
60 feet.
You're
And
up
then
with-
actually I'm gonna use my bonus act. I'm gonna use my cunning action to dash, and I'll use my action to dodge. So I move the 60 feet, and I have the dodge action in case they try to shoot at me as I'm running at them.
Okay, sounds good. So you book it, and Feilani, the brave halfling, makes it side by side with you, and it's your turn, Feilani.
Okay. How far am I from the opening?
60 feet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do Land's Aid damage. It's a 10-foot radius sphere. So, how many orcs do I get in a 10-foot radius sphere?
You can do up to 2.
Okay, yeah, so they are all gonna have life-draining thorns appear, and they all have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Which ones would you like to hit? The ones behind the wall or behind this mound that's straight in front of you?
Behind the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like draining thorns.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like they call this one the ex-wife. All right, so you launch that one. It's from the Iron Man. Calm down, everybody. Let's see. Constitution saving throws.
Yes, they both have to make one.
More like, why can't my player characters roll like this? Get it. So it's let's see what they got. An 18 and a 16 flat.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
they
they
won't-
pass, but they still take half damage.
Okay.
Let me do that. So, half a 7, roll down.
So
Okay, so they take
we round up, right?
4.
Yeah.
4. Okay, so they take 4 necrotic damage.
Woo-wee! They look bloodied. Orcs have a lot of arrows, right? But you're beginning to think that, we only have to hit them pretty much 2 times to kill them. That's what you guys are kind of picking up. Hey, Miko. Hi, buddy. We had a great session last week. Let me move cameras and zoom in since we're getting closer. Closer, Clarice. Enhance.
What did the sound?
All right. The fight for the fort begins. Oh, this is fun. I don't know if you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. So thank you. Happy birthday to me. Anyways, so Feilani, do you want to move?
Yes, full movement, please.
You make it up to a dead.
Yay.
Got about 2 javelins on his back still, and a bow that snapped when he fell on it. Well, let's see. That brings up boop, beep, boop, Slinky.
He's just going to. He's going to continue hovering there. He's kind of. I'm kind of like looking through his eyes and just making sure I can see what's going on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, the 3 orcs that are behind that wall that had good advantage on you guys are getting like smoked by all sorts of like vines pop up, and you see Cervantes launch over and just stab one of them. It looks like the ogres are they're moving in on your tank on the next round. That's something that you infer because I want your little drone to give you some knowledge. So you get the
Okay.
sense that Cervantes is going to be like straight up broken arrow here in a second.
Okay.
That brings up Silith, who I'm not going to skip this time, who's my super best friend, who I'd never skip ever in life.
I appreciate that. So, bonus action, moving my duplicate 30 feet closer to the wall.
Okay.
Which puts
Yep.
them away.
It's funny because you're hiding behind a tree, so I got a duplicate that's like, looks like a chess piece, not moving, just like moves up to the wall.
Okay. So, can I, where I'm at, see the ogres? Or are they below the wall?
Yeah, you can see 3/4 covered ogres from where they're at. One of them's like peering behind a tree.
Okay.
They're trying to make out where like Brody just went to, and then they snap their eyes towards where Cervantes just did his sick move.
But Fairy Fire, does that give advantage on attacks?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to, and it takes no action and nothing to do this, I'm going to shoot, with my action, Firebolt from my duplicate
Ooh.
at the ogre.
Okay, so if your duplicate is at the wall where the rubble is, right? See that rock that I didn't paint very well? Shame on me. Like
Sure.
you can hit them like straight up, no extra cover. Like you can see them perfectly. They're not trying to dodge that. But go
It
for it.
has to be from my point of view is still how the spell goes. So if they have 3/4 view from me, it's still.
But if you're
my
shooting from your duplicate,
Yes, but it's still my eyes that are seeing. The rules say
yeah.
it's still what I see.
We'll cool on this one today, and then
Okay.
tomorrow we'll dig down to this because Timor is helping you out.
Yes.
Fire.
So I'm attacking with advantage with Firebolt.
That's correct.
I'll put it to you this way. I using my forward observer, I then communicated telepathically to you what exactly is on the other side of that wall.
Fantastic.
Excellent. So that is
Over for effect. Over.
an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
Roger, Roger. What's your vector, Victor?
It's a good quote.
That is.
I love your plan.
That's 1 whole point of fire damage. Good job, Spell.
Oh no.
So they're looking. This one's looking at Cervantes. It gets stung,
Yeah.
right? Whatever,
No.
and just like looks over and sees your duplicate.
So gold fire shoots out of my duplicate.
Regardless of
The ogre.
this, like not taking a lot of damage, you get the sense through Slinky and everything, it had the effect that you were looking for. One of the ogres who was going
Yes,
to
it
monkey
did.
stomp Cervantes is now
Yeah.
going to try to go after a duplicate.
That's the point.
So now it is
And he
monster
gives-
time.
And he gives the middle finger too.
So does one of them
do.
charges up to the duplicate, and takes a swing at her, which does what? Tell me what would happen.
I mean, it's an illusion. So if it would connect, it would go through it. But I mean, if I can react as it's running towards it, sure,
Does a 15
Otherwise-
hit? Does a 15 hit you?
it does.
So it hits it and it goes straight through it, and it just you see it like super mad, but it had the effect that you were looking basically for. It did not pummel dear sweet Skylar, who's been completely targeted this session.
Hey,
You're my
But the
little
other
turnip,
one-
buddy. You're my little turnip tonight.
But the other one, I'm gonna use the War Duke die because it's Wednesday.
oh no, not Warduke Wednesday.
Swing, it just smashes the wall above you. Rocks go flying with a 13 to hit with its great club. And it's sparkling. 2 orcs. The 3 orcs run up to you, Skylar, and they surround you, and they're gonna. How many orcs?
The one that I hit has disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay, so he's gonna swing right now. He drops his great axe and just kind of flails around. You have advantage on that one as it rolled a 1. So remember that. You have advantage on that one. The other 2 take a swing at you with their great axes. Now they suck. The best was a 15 to hit. So they're just, as the ogre blows the rocks up everywhere around you, all of those orcs just get sprayed with the rocks, and you hear sparks like as the axes slam against the wall, and you're just like, no! But you are completely surrounded by these orcs. Feilani, 2 orcs are going to throw 2 javelins at you as one's going to go for Feilani, one's going to go for Ignatius. We'll make it fair.
I have the dodge action, so they have disadvantage on me.
You know I'm going to roll a nat 20 on. Okay. All right. Whew. It's 11 to hit Feilani. Does that hit?
No.
Yep. So a javelin cruises over your head. A javelin gets launched at with disadvantage. That is a 21 to hit Ignatius.
With disadvantage?
Yep.
I'm on strike. I'm done. Okay.
Sorry.
That's a hit.
6 piercing. 3 more orcs are going to throw javelins. So one's going to throw at. They're all going to aim at Ignatius. 22 to hit.
With disadvantage? Yeah.
3 piercing.
I feel like there was no point in dodging.
And then the other one was a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Another 3 piercing. How you doing, buddy?
I've seen better days.
Okay. All right.
That's a good
so a lot
sign.
of orcs are shooting. There's arrows. You guys are still in the killing fields. It's kind of why there's, you know what I mean? Like, so that brings up Fred the cat. No, yeah, Fred the cat. What's Fred the cat gonna do?
Fred is going to drop down to the
Okay.
closest orc.
Okay. Drops down on an orc. Yep, that is being chewed up by those vines, necrotic vines. There's one there. Is he gonna hit him?
Yep.
Okay.
He's gonna stay there until I. Yep.
That brings up Brody. Brody's laying down.
Yep. And looking through Slinky's eyes, I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers on the 2 ogres that are, close
Okay.
to each other.
Go for it. Is it a deck save?
Yeah, it is Um, each
I rolled a
creature-
nat 20 and a 17.
Wait, it doesn't.
I know. I suck today, dude.
No,
I'm sorry.
hold on. It doesn't. No, there is no save.
Okay.
There's no save. So they just take damage. At least I'm pretty sure that's right. It says you conjure the daggers. Each creature takes the 4d4 slashing damage. There's no save. It doesn't say anything about a save, so that's weird. Am I reading that right? Yeah, there's no save.
Yep. That's what it
Okay.
says.
All right,
That's-
go for it. What's the damage?
It is 13 points of damage to slashing damage to both of the ogres.
Yep, they're just like, they're sting crazy.
Here's the thing: is it's each creature that's in that area though, so that could be me too.
Yeah, but I'm only casting it on
No,
them.
just in general, just as a general.
Right. Yeah, no, I wouldn't put it on
Yeah.
where you're at.
No, I know.
Right.
It's just if I run into that area, I will also take damage.
Well, yeah, no, I got you.
That's all.
Let's just say, like right now, it's above your head. I mean, they're
Yeah.
tall enough to be in it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm more just talking about theoreticals.
Right. No, I understand.
One of the ogres on the map is hidden behind that tower, so
Okay.
use your imagination.
And then I'm gonna get up and run and take cover behind the tower. Sorry, I should have said that while you were up.
That's fine. That brings up Cervantes.
Same dude that I just hit.
Yep.
I'm gonna take him out, and I'm sure he's still glowing. Correct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be, I think, a 22, 21 to hit, 21 to hit.
Yep.
And ooh, that's good. 10 slashing.
Dead. Yep. So you skewer him with your sword. There's two orcs behind you, and an ogre loom. As soon as he drops, like right behind him, you know what I mean, is an ogre.
And I don't have an action surge to use, so I will just post up and just bring up that shield and say something smart and snarky and stupid.
Okay. Something about turnips.
Yeah.
Ignatius.
Okay, so can I make it to the orcs at the wall this turn or no?
It's 60 feet away to the opening in front of you. Yeah. So if you dash as your bonus action, yes, you can make it there. There's one that's like bleeding out and one that's okay in front of you.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a
I'm
regular
adjusting the
move.
map for you.
I'm just gonna take. Thank you. I'm just gonna take a regular move and shoot with my bow at the one that's injured.
Okay, go for it.
Come on. There we go. So 14 to hit.
Hits.
That hits. Cool.
Yep.
Oh, for God's sakes! Only 5 damage.
That's enough. He had 7, but he's down.
Unless someone's beside him, then I get sneak attack. But I don't.
He's down.
Okay. I will then cast. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
And
Leilani.
I think that'll be my turn.
Leilani, that's you in the middle.
Okay.
There's one orc standing in front of you but then there's like 4 orcs behind the wall to your north that have been shooting at you guys.
Ooh.
They're kind of blurry. Sorry.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I am going to do cast Shocking Grasp through Fred at the closest
Okay.
orc.
Yep.
Let me roll really quick. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
So wait, a cat jumps down to Shocking Grasp.
Like literally grabs his claws in and Shocking Grasp.
Yep, go for it. Yeah.
I love it.
Hey,
Whoa, big raid.
Um,
Dungeon Scrawlers. Thank you, guys.
That's 3 points of lightning damage.
3 points of lightning damage. Okay. Yep, he's hurted. He had 4 before from. Okay. So now he looks pretty bloodied. Good job, kitty.
Those claws, man.
Okay. So that's all. Do you want to move? I would say
yes, I would
for
like
you
to
and
move.
Ignatius, those 4 orcs on the other side of the wall are going to be a pain in the butt if you don't like get out of the way. Because
Yeah.
they're all going to
Yeah,
either run out of food.
I'm gonna move closer towards the tree where Fred was.
Fred was. Okay.
Did you move me this turn? My 30 feet?
I did.
Okay.
Fred's giving the business to this.
Giving the
and
business.
that brings up
Giving the business.
Blinky. And then Silas.
Slinky.
Slinky want to do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Slinky's gonna keep doing what he's doing.
Back in a tree. Your duplicate's still there, but they're kind of on to the fact that, not to swing at that anymore.
Maybe the one guy. Let's see if what the other ogre does.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
So I'm gonna shoot at the other ogre that I didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
See if I can get his attention. That
Shooting
is-
at advantage.
Yep, 19 to hit.
It's
7 points of fire damage.
right.
How far is Ignatius from me?
Ignatius is
I mean, I'm
It's a scooch.
about 90 feet.
okay. That's too far.
A scooch and a bit.
Well, I do like being behind this tree, but I don't care. I'm gonna run so that I'm 60 feet away from him.
Okay, you got to run. Yep, you'll run halfway across the. You're in the kill box, as it were, if you do that. Yep.
I
Okay.
know. And then I'm gonna do healing word at a distance because I know he's gotten lit up.
So you bravely run across.
The good thing is most of them are looking at me.
Yes. Now he doesn't. No. Yeah. No, that's good. Hey, that's 8 points of healing, little buddy.
Little grumpy
do not-
leprechaun.
You do not feel an overwhelming grasp sensation in your mouth from this, thankfully. This
Good.
is just a first level normal healing word.
I just like the blood turning into 4-leaf clovers as they're.
Yes, yeah.
That brings up the orcs.
Oh,
The
lucky charms.
the
Yep.
orcs are gonna. 2 of them are gonna run out to hit Ignatius with their battle axes,
As you do.
as one does. The highest was a 15, misses.
15's a hit. I'd like to say it's not, but it is.
There's 4
Could have just gone with it.
4 slashing. Okay. And that guy takes 5 cold damage for hitting my armor of Agathis.
Okay.
Take that right in your chilies.
Right near Chili's.
Woo. All right, 2 javelins go flying over Phailani's head as orcs charge out, chuck their javelins, and move towards her outside the walls. They're charging out of the walls now. Now that they know that whatever's going on inside is probably worse. And that brings up Fred the cat? I have to say this out loud. You know what I mean?
Best initiative check ever. Fred the cat?
Let me look at his stats. Yeah, he's gonna try and hit him with his little kitty cat claws.
I forgot about the rest of the orcs. They're going to go after this. Go ahead.
So that is a 19 to hit,
Hits.
and he does 1 slashing damage.
Yeah. Meow.
I mean, you're really working on this poor orc, but he's still going. They're going to 2 orcs are going to swing their battle axes at Cervantes. The highest was a 17 to hit Cervantes.
Negative, sir.
The ogre, who just got hit, is good. He's gonna keep swinging at Cervantes. Then he's gonna go for the. He rolls. That's 20 to hit Cervantes.
I'm going to give him disadvantage with a luck point.
That's called giving him the business.
Yeah.
Still a 20. Still a 20 to hit.
I shove a turnip in his mouth. But he still swings. Okay.
And the ogre with its great club does 13 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And that, I believe, is all the monster that was going after the duplicate.
Did the
Is
ogre
now-
end his turn inside the cloud of daggers?
Oh yeah. Yes, they did.
Okay.
How much damage? And are they swinging at disadvantage being in the cloud?
No,
Or no?
I don't think. No, it doesn't say that.
No.
It's 6, 9, 13.
And the other one's starting. It's 13 for both. Yep. So it's
Yeah.
20. We'll take a swing at Cervantes as well. And he misses. Poof. All right. Now that brings up Brody. I'll go to your character.
I am going to not fairy fire. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna pop out where I can see it.
Yep.
One of the ogres. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it, and that is at advantage. 13 plus Eldritch Blast is 19.
That hits.
Okay. 10. 6 and 4 is 10 points of force damage. And then I'm gonna pop back behind that and hide.
Both the ogres look bloodied. That's what I would say at this point.
Cool.
And then you're popping behind the wall, full cover.
Yep.
And you hear it roar like it's gonna make a move towards you. That brings up Cervantes. Face to face with an ogre, 1 bloodied orc, and 2 bloodied orcs.
The one that
Oh,
sounds like it's heading towards Brody is still glowing, correct?
Yeah, they're both ogres have. Yep.
It's gonna get the biz.
There's only one ogre that's melee with you though. Oh no, they're both melee with you. That's right.
24 to hit.
That hits.
That is going to be, is that plus 3, so 8 slashing.
Okay.
I'm also going to mark it with an unwavering mark, and
Okay.
so
Okay.
until the end of my next turn, if it has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me, and if
Perfect.
it deals damage to anybody else, I can make an attack on it. on my
Okay.
bonus on my next turn as his bonus action, so I could do 2 attacks on it. And then I'm going to use bonus action to second wind and get 1d10 back.
Nice. Okay. That brings up Ignatius.
Cool. I'm gonna use my inspiration you gave me earlier to attack with my short sword.
Okay. Yep, you have 2 orcs on you.
Yeah, there's one injured from the frost though. That's the one I
Correct.
attack.
Yep.
So I hit him with a dirty 20. I
Hits.
hope. Nice. And with my sneak attack, 8 damage in total.
You kill him.
Noise. And then I will swing with my offhanded dagger at the other one.
Okay.
Dirty 20 again
Okay.
for 1 point of damage.
All right. Yeah.
Boink.
That brings up.
And then I'm gonna use my cunning action.
Yep.
To disengage.
Okay. Which way do you want to go?
Towards Phailani. Is that Phailani down by the tree?
Yeah, she's down by the tree. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's hidden. She's very Drew. Yeah.
I'm,
So.
I'm totally gonna head that direction.
Okay, you're heading in that direction.
I think Silas is there too, right?
Silas is moving to you. Yeah, he's about 10 feet away from you as well. If you make it to Phailani.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run to those two.
Fast legs, just super fast legs.
You don't even see his legs. He's running so fast. Like the cartoon where it's just like blurry.
He starts his legs start moving and he doesn't move. They're just moving in place, and then he goes.
Phailani, what would you like to do?
Yeah, meet. Is there an orc close to me?
There's 2 orcs. There's one 30 feet away from you and one like 40, like getting ready to run towards you.
All right, well I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at the closest one to me.
Okay. He has 1 damage. Go for it.
All right, that's 11 to hit.
That misses.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I'm sorry, pal. Wait.
That's okay.
Nope, he has 13 AC. What else would you like to do, buddy?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. That brings up Slinky. And then Silas.
Yeah, Slinky's just he's helping me keep my eye on what's going on the other side of that wall.
He's our
It's
predator.
looking rough for Cervantes. Yeah, he's getting monkey stomped behind the wall. That brings up Silas.
So I'll run over to the tree with
Running over the tree.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna look back and I'm still gonna blast an ogre.
Oh, from the duplicate. Okay, fantastic. Yep, you can actually see a little bit over the wall to see where the ogre is. Yep, and there's one turning to go hit Brody.
I'm gonna hit that one.
Okay.
Let's do it. Hey, that sucks. That is only a 12.
That hits an ogre. Yes, they have an 11 AC.
Yes!
Nice.
I love you, you big dumb bastard.
By the way, did you roll at advantage?
I did.
Oh,
One of them
okay.
was a 1.
Oh,
Thank God for advantage. Oh, that's a 2 flaming damage.
Okay. Yeah, so another big sting to this thing, and it's definitely running towards Ignatius on this round. And we're going to do that. So opportunity attack Cervantes
Oh, nice.
as it runs towards this thing.
19 to hit.
Hits.
11 slashing.
Yep. So as it turns, you stab it straight in the flank, and it just barrels over the wall, dead.
Ha ha!
nice.
And I as I pull out the blade, I thank it
And
I'll
it's
feed you a turnip later.
Days at your feet.
Can you move me to the tree? And with my bonus action, I would have had my duplicate run towards me, 30 feet.
It's orc time. 2 orcs. 1 orc's gonna come up and swing at Ignatius.
Ah!
That's a 14 to hit.
Nope.
All right. One's gonna swing at Phelani. That's a 9 to hit.
Nope.
One's gonna swing at Cervantes. It's 8 to hit. Here we go. Here comes the ogre takes a swing at Cervantes with an 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is 13 bludgeoning damage.
Whew, glad I took that second win, baby.
Does the ogre take spike knivey damage?
It should take,
Brody?
yeah, it should take blade damage. What's the roll your cloud of daggers?
If it doesn't fall over before it hits me.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, you don't take that damage, Cervantes.
Hell yeah.
Teamwork
Not
makes the
so
dream
much
work,
for you.
baby.
At the same time. That brings up. There's 3 orcs on the outside. 4 orcs on the outside. Heading towards Ignatius. So many orcs. Silith. We just want Fred the cat.
Yeah, Fred's gonna work on the closest orc and just slash at him.
And meows really loud.
That is a dirty 20 to hit. 1 slashing damage.
He just goes, meow.
Did you roll advantage? Oh, no, that one doesn't have fairy fire. Okay, that brings up Brody.
Is everything, all the orc and the ogres are both dead? That were over there?
Both ogres are dead. There's a gap in the wall where you can go help out Cervantes, and he's got 2 orcs on him.
He's got 2 orcs on him?
If I see him, I'll tell him, I got this. Help the others.
All right.
They're within 60 feet of you. There's 4 of them.
All right.
One's bloody.
I'm going to I'm gonna
By the sacred code, help our friends.
move the cloud of daggers onto the 2 orcs that are on him.
Good.
And then so they should immediately take the damage when I
but
move it.
you're moving it off Cervantes, though, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm moving it away from him and onto the orcs that are attacking, getting ready
Okay.
to attack him.
Yep, go for it. Roll the damage.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
One of them's dead. One of them's dead, and the other one's like on the very brink. What else do you want to do?
I'm going to run. I'm going to run towards. I'm going to go take cover behind that tree. Yeah, along the wall there. I'm going to move towards that tree, but taking cover as I move. Yeah.
Okay. Cervantes. 1 orc left.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just going to, with sword in hand, throw a punch at that dude.
Okay.
14 to hit,
Hits.
and he takes 4 bludgeoning. Just
Yep.
boom, and then
Rock that dude's jaw.
I'm going to try to one hop over the wall.
Okay, make a strength
In
check.
your head, you hear "nice punch, brother." because I was looking through. I was looking through.
Strength. Just strength or athletics.
Athletics is fine.
21.
Okay. You jump up on the other side of the tree. I'll fix that there in a second.
Cool.
And that brings up Ignatius.
Okay.
You're surrounded by it.
Do I have an? Are they in hand to hand with me?
Yes.
Are there any beside an ally? I can't see. The tree is blocking my view.
I know, stupid tree. I'll move the tree right now.
No, that's okay. Just it.
There's no ally.
Shit.
You're like,
Well, I'm just gonna have to attack as normal then. So my short sword.
go for it.
A 13.
Hits.
Nice. 7 points of damage.
Okay, that orc on the right is dead.
And then I'll attack with my offhand dagger on the next one. Actually, I'm not sure how that works. Does Vex, if you hit a creature with a short sword and deal damage to it, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature. Okay, so this doesn't have advantage because I'm attacking a different one. An 18.
Hits.
And I haven't used. Oh, I don't have advantage for sneak attack, so it's just a regular attack. Oh, geez, one damage.
Nice. Okay. Does the armor of Agatha's hit it though? If you're melee? No, it's only when it hits you.
They have to hit me.
Okay. That brings up. Oh, do you want to do any cunning actions?
No, I don't think I do because I had to use my. Oh no, I can still use it. No, I don't have. I don't have one to. I don't want to disengage. I'm going to stay engaged. I'm fine.
Okay. Feilani.
I'm going to move a little bit to the right, and I'm going to cast Poison Spray at the furthest one. No, that's definitely gonna miss.
What'd you get?
A 9.
Yep. So you step to the right. You spray your poison spray. It flies over their head. Slinky.
He's gonna fly over and get behind the one that is engaged with
Ignatius.
Okay.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, I think we lost him.
Okay, we can come back to him. I'm just trying to catch up on time. Silas.
I'm gonna bonus action have my duplicate run up to one because he ran towards us last turn, and then I'm gonna run up to the same one, and I'm gonna have it cast Firebolt at the guy. Which, because we're both within 5 feet of an enemy, it gives it an advantage.
Okay.
And that is a 14 to hit.
Hits.
Sweet. 10 damage. Max. Yes. So much better than rolling 1s and 2s.
I like the 1 against an ogre. That's just mwah.
Okay, so that one's dead, and you're up there.
Yes, and my duplicate is real close to us too.
Looks like we got Brody
Ogre takes
back.
a swing at your duplicate and misses. Ogre takes a swing at Silas and misses. Well, the ogre hits your duplicate, but it like slides straight through it because it rolled a 23 on your duplicate, and that brings up Fred the cat.
I'm gonna get Fred to move to the closest orc.
Okay.
And
Runs up there.
I'll wait till it's my turn.
Okay. Brody, if you're back.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's not engaged with Ignatius with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go for it.
Natural one.
All right. Roll
I got
damage. Roll damage.
Another one.
Okay, Ignatius, you take 1 damage
What?
from getting shot in the
Well,
back.
Technically, it's 5 damage because it's D10 plus 4. But yeah, 5 damage.
Okay, shoot.
Sorry.
I thought he
Savanta,
said he shot the one that wasn't in combat with me.
Right,
he's
right,
the
right in the
one
butt cheek.
shooting in the
Oh,
melee.
damn it.
It was a bad shot. I'm sorry.
Cervantes, go.
I really want to run up behind Ignatius and pick him up and hold him in front of the orc for jumping on my stomach.
I'm fine with that.
But
Payback's a bitch.
You want to use me as a shield?
I'm not going to do that. As funny as that would be.
I'm a halfling, so I'm only a half shield. I'm a buckler.
It only gives you 1 point of
Fair.
AC.
But instead, I'll run up beside Ignatius and I'll look at him and I go, "This is how you help a friend," and I'm just gonna skewer the guy.
Okay.
No, I won't.
No.
That's a
Okay.
7. That's a 7.
I'll be like, about
Sword
time you
flies
showed
over
up.
your head as he's talking trash. Ignatius, what do you want to do?
Well, if he's beside him now, I'm gonna stab him.
And because Slinky is helping you, Slinky's basically he's invisible and he's reaching down and he's trying to pull on the dude's helmet.
Okay.
So I have advantage on that, right?
Yep.
Nice. 22.
That hits.
Woohoo! Put some sneak attack on that. Put some stank on that. 14.
Dead. Got another move?
Yeah, I'll dagger the guy beside me.
It's about time you got in the fight.
23.
Hits.
2 points of damage from that dagger.
Okay. Feilani, this guy's teetering. What do you want to do?
I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp through Fred.
Kitty? Okay, so Fred just runs up in shock Kitty, jumps on him, like jumps over Ignatius's head and lands in it.
16 to hit.
Hits.
Max damage, 8 points of damage. Lightning damage.
So, at the end of this thing, you guys are swinging swords and missing. Firebolts are hitting. You get shot in the back, Ignatius. Ah! And then a cat just jumps over your face and just like lightnings this dude, and he falls. We can come out of combat. We can come out of combat screen. As you see, through the other side of the Shrine of Savras in this building, you see, like running away. Like they've cut and run. Let's go over top of this thing. For the sake of like time, you guys move into the shrine, right? You open up the doors of this shrine, and you see 6 stone pillars brace the vaulted ceiling of this temple, the floor of which is buried under a thick layer of dust. Also covered in dust are 4 humanoid skeletons in tattered priestly vestments, lying near the stone in an alcove near the windows. Carved into the front of carved into the front of this altar itself is a visage of an eye. You know this is an eye that matched the divination symbol that you saw before you. So this looks like a very holy altar. As you walk in to this shrine, there are broken pews, candelabras that are fallen over, and like the stench of like orcs staying, living around in here. You guys all like move cinematically into this room. There's a bit of light coming in through the roof. You look up and you see a bell like up in the belfry. It's like a weirdly copper colored bell. But in front of you is this shrine where you see, like right above the altar, you see a looks like a female anchorite just, carving stuff on like her chest and falls over. For a moment, you see a shadow come out of this thing. It looks at you guys and then phases through the back wall. The room itself is very pristine. Behind it, you see the bones and vestments of priests who've passed away a long period of time ago. Since we're getting close on time, I'm gonna press through something. Uh, is there anybody who wants to like approach the altar?
I will.
First,
Yeah.
okay. So
Oh.
you both walk up and you both hit the altar yourself. Like you both walk up and you investigate it and touch it. As soon as you touch this, the stone altar is bare and cold to the touch. As soon as you want to pull away from the stinging ice of the altar, your eyes burst into a vision. Your vision climbs straight up and out of the shrine of Savras. As the shrine of Savras shrinks away and clouds kind of pass by, you turn and speed towards the peaks of the Sword Mountains. To your right and north, the Neverwinter Forest is before you, already beginning to be caked by what looks like to be snow. To the south, the Sword Mountains that stretch to the sea. Your vision speeds to the spine of the Sword Mountains, passing over Icefire Peak that you've heard before that looks like a bit of the Matterhorn, to a lone peak overlooking the Mare of Deadman. You look down as you're hovering over this lone peak, and you see the shadow of a dragon, which your vision, you are this dragon flying in this direction. As your vision shifts, you see a vineyard near an enclosed lone tower. Streaming into the tower appear to be hooded men. You land at the tower's peak, at like the Capulet, and you see a dragon shrouded in darkness. And it sits atop this circular tower as it leans over and breathes heavily. The dragon looks out and over the Mare of Deadmen and then to the north as a great shroud veils the north near Neverwinter. Clouds build and grow, moving south in cold, cold snow, beckoning the eve of ruin. And your eyes return back to the shrine of Savras, and you see shaking there in the corner, bound by like ankles and hands, a dwarf, an elf with black hair, his pointy ears, just
Check him out.
I'll go walk up to him, and
Yep.
I'm not going to unbound his hands, but at
Yep.
least his mouth.
And he looks at you, and he smiles, just like, ooh, in the nick of time. I think they were going to use me in some sort of ritual. My name's Leosin. And that's where we'll break
Liam Neeson. What?
for the next session.
Liam Neeson.
Love it.
During the scene, just because Coco is going to be gone for the next session, through the, over the next period of darkness, a centaur named Xanth appears and is going to ask Feilani to summon her to a druid circle for the Circle of Land to perform a ritual and enter her into the Emerald Enclave. And she moves out on that. But that is a really long battle.
Yeah, it was.
And you guys did a fantastic job. And every one of these that you do, as tough as that was, you guys will level to level 4 on this on this map, because it's getting excruciatingly hard per session. But you guys did a fantastic job. Level up, and you guys will be able to speak with Leos and learn a little bit more as you guys embark upon the front end of the Eve of Ruin, which should be fun. Don't look that up. Don't read it. I'll know if you do. But hope you guys had a great time. Anybody have any
Yeah.
quick plugs? We'll go around the room real quick. Skylar?
If you like the music during the breaks or at the beginning, check me out on suno.ai at Bulwax, Bullwax. That's where all my AI music is. So that's it.
Right. Let's see. Coco, got anything?
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll be on Lord Gazumba's channel with a group of girls playing with some of his regular Thursday guys. Should be fun. And then Saturday is a 24-hour on Lord Gazumba's channel. Me and Tim will be there. Should be lots of fun. We definitely should be there toward the end because we will all be Delulu.
Be super Delulu. Vamp, what you got,
yeah,
buddy?
that is it.
Oh, sorry.
The next 3 Tuesdays, I'll be on Guild Superior doing the Summer of Madness, the Troll Lord games, playing Greyhawk with Castles and Crusades, my dwarf with a tuba.
That's where we're gonna raid next. We'll go to TLG. We'll go to Troll Lord Games. Jeremy, what you got, buddy?
Tomorrow night on my channel, we're doing some Castles and Crusades as well for Summer of Siege, and then next week we get back at. We're trying to get back to our regular schedule, but we'll see. It's not the end of the world, but just it's summer and people are busy and work is not cooperating.
Heck yeah. Let's see. Brent.
Normally I can be found over at Dungeon Mechanics, and we will be getting back up on our couple of our campaigns that have been on hiatus, and I think we're looking at later this month for those to kick off.
Right. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking it out. I know that battle is like super brutal, but that's the brilliant thing about reaching another level. I think you guys are all figuring on. You get shot one more time, you die. But now we have a healthy amount of hit points to move on. The next level is going to be about 4 sessions to get. The first 4 levels, man, you really gotta really earn those ones. But we're going to slow down the leveling process from this point. But thanks everybody for watching. We got 33 folks. Let's get into Troll Lord Games and give them a quick troll zob when we get in there. Sound good?
Absolutely. Bye, guys.
See you guys later.
Good night.
Brave don't go past thorn and ash and snow.